Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another edition of the Spurs Chat podcast. This is a special edition. This is the Christmas party with all of the channel regulars, and we will also be joined by some very special guests throughout this next 2 hours. Back with me is channel regular and my right-hand man, Craig Dearman. Craig, how are you?
Yeah, I'm all good. I can't get me cockerel to stand up, if you pardon the expression. Which is a disaster. Yeah, I'm all good. I'm all good.
Back with us also is actor Ricky Norwood. Ricky, how are you?
My friend, I am buzzing as always. Merry Christmas to you. Feliz Navidad. Happy Hanukkah. Happy holidays to all of you guys around the world. Oh, it's so nice to have a nice Christmas show after a beautiful win and into a semi-final. So let's keep it rolling. Can't wait to crack some jokes with all of you beautiful people tonight. So, yeah, let's have it. Come on, you Spurs.
Ricky, just tell us very quickly, this last few weeks, you've had a busy few weeks.
Yeah, it's been crazy, man. It's been crazy. So I've been filming a new Christmas movie. I can tell you it's called Jingle or the Sleigh. It's going to be out in 2025 Christmas. So, you know, it's a long wait for all of us. But that went tremendously. And even last night, the reason I've got to say apologies for missing last night's podcast as well, because there was a meeting connected to that. So fingers crossed, things are going in a positive direction. And when I can tell you, I'll tell you. But like, yeah, it's been super busy, super positive, and probably the best Christmas present I could have got this year. So yeah, so I'm super happy, man. But I'm even more happy and excited to be back on with all these beautiful gentlemen. Can't wait to jump into the madness of tonight.
Absolutely. I'll tell you what, someone ought to guess how many hours we've all spoken throughout 2024. It's been absolutely madness. Now, someone who can speak more than you, Ricky Norwood, is Josh Hughes. 40 minutes on transfers the other night. Josh, how are you?
I'm good. Buzzing after last night into a semi-final. Christmas round the corner. Bottle of red that I've just cracked open. Here with all of you people. Yeah, buzzing for it. Buzzing for Christmas. World Darts Championships on as well. I mean, it's just the best time of year, isn't it?
Back with us also is Italian journalist Simone, all the way from Italy. Simone, how are you?
I'm fine, guys. I'm fine. I'm delighted to be back on the show in this special occasion, in this special chance. And of course, Merry Christmas and Feliz Navidad to every sports fan around the world.
Back with us also, all the way from Malta, is Melvin. Melvin, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well, Chris. Continue the festive vibes with some Maltese beer.
Come on.
Yeah, doing well.
I'm already getting bantered by Darren because my drink tonight is a Baileys. So I can drink this like milkshake. Just ask Ricky Norwood. Back with us also is Gareth McGuinness. Gareth, how are you?
All good, Chris. Happy to be on the Christmas show. I'm back in Gareth to have the top lung capacity in this group. You backed the right horse, Robert Seated. I'll tell you that. But I brilliant to be on, Chris. All the regulars, all the people we speak to throughout the year, and of course, even better after last night's one. So big weekend ahead. I'm not on any alcohol tonight, of course. It's a Saturday tomorrow, so it's a working day. But I'll get a few pints on Sunday for the football.
Absolutely. Back with us also is Leo the Lion. Leo, it's been a little while, but you're very welcome. How are you? Look, he's on mute. He was making all the noise.
Okay, I'm back.
All the noise, and now he's on mute.
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot because you know what heckling me before. So you're making me nervous, like Forster right now. I don't know what to do. I don't know if to talk or not talk, pass or not pass. Yeah, I'm good, man. It's great to be back to see you guys. You know, Christmas time. Spurs are trying to kill me as they do all season. Yesterday was a madness, so I'm looking forward to getting stuck into that.
Leo, we haven't seen you for a little while. What have you been up to?
Man, I've written a book. So now I'm an author now. So the respect levels that you guys have to give me needs to be even more higher now. So that book is coming out next year. It's basically helping singers get into the music industry. So it's a fantastic book. So I've just been doing that. And literally today I've just been putting on my Christmas tree, as you can see behind me there. So I've spent all day putting on my Christmas tree. I've actually even got like a train set that I got. 1 second, look, check this out.
I don't know about you, Lee. I could write a book on Spurs, I'll tell you that.
Look, I got my train set that's going to go around. I'm going in, baby. I'm going in.
Love it.
So that's what I've been doing today.
I'm not sure about the red jumper though, Leo.
It's not red. It's fuchsia. It's pink. It's pink. Don't try and go there now. You know, people just need to adjust their contrast on the screen, and you see that it's pink.
Back with us also is the legend, Richard Whitehead, MBE, the man that brings all the trophies and the medals to this podcast. Richard, how are you?
Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, I'm good.
Is that it?
As you can see, I've aged 865 years since I was last on the podcast. That was due to last night. I was actually going to go for my impression of Craig, but it's gone a bit too far. But yeah, all good, mate. All good. I nearly had a heart attack last night, but yeah, all good.
Rich, before we talk about that, you have had one hell of a year. You've been all over the world. You've collected medal after medal, broke world records. Talk us through your year, because it has been incredible, hasn't it?
Well, I've been making lots of presents, obviously, over the last 12 months for those people that are not on the naughty list. So if you are on the naughty list, don't expect me in a couple of days' time. But apart from that, yes, I've been running all over the place. 3 world records in 1 year. It's not too bad. Marathon, half marathon. Dare to Defy is on Prime Video with myself and Adele Roberts. It's a great 3-part documentary. Definitely go and watch that. I'm not saying that I'm awesome like Leo just did and needs respect. I would never say that, but obviously Leo likes to kind of big himself up as always. That's why he's wearing a red jumper. That's it. You're on the wrong podcast, mate, with that, I think.
Mate, it's fuchsia. It's fuchsia. It's pink. It's pink.
That's it. Everybody knows where you live, Leo. You're going to get pelted tomorrow. But no, it's been all good, mate. It's always a pleasure to be on the podcast, mate, and it's great speaking with the guys as always.
Ricky, let's come to you. Let's talk a little bit about last night. Tottenham Hotspur 4, Manchester United 3. We face Liverpool in the next round in the semi-finals. They were all going to be big games, all going to be very difficult games. But your thoughts on the game last night and the draw?
Do you know what? On last night's game, it was a crazy one. Of course, heart attack City. Of course, they had to put us through the ringer to kind of get the win in the end. And of course, we shot ourselves in the foot as well. But you know what? I'm with the boss today. I'm with the boss from last night in the sense that, this small group of players, what they're doing and the amount of effort and energy they're putting in for them to get over the line last night. Some of the football was beautiful. Yes, there was a couple of calamities from Big Fraser, and each one took down his confidence a little bit by a little bit. So, thankfully we got through. What a goal by Sonny from the corner. He scored from the corner in a cup game. Sonny, oh my gosh, I was going mental. Typical Tottenham Cup game, but we are through to a semi-final, and I am buzzing for it, bro. We can only get stronger. We can only build on this. This is going to give the boys such a beautiful boost. And once we start getting some of these guys back from injury, I think it's just going to strengthen us, and we're just going to keep building, man. So it puts me in a positive spirit ahead of Liverpool and ahead of Christmas Day. And well done, the boys. I love it when the whole crowd and the whole, everybody at home and everybody in the stadium get behind and stand beside those 11 players on the pitch and fight with them. And that was definitely apparent last night from everybody in the crowd that I saw and heard and felt. So well done. Let's keep it together. Let's keep moving. But I'm overjoyed, bro.
Simone, how are you feeling about the draw? Liverpool up next in semi-finals.
After Man City, after Man United, a very, very unlucky draw. The second game, the second leg will be away, will be at Anfield, so it's gonna be tough. But arrived at the stage, why not? Why not dreaming? Everything can happen with this manager. Everything can happen. So we don't know what to expect. Of course, entertaining everywhere.
Simone, of course, we're all looking forward to the January transfer window. What would you expect Spurs to do, and what do you think is on Ange Postecoglou's list in January?
Well, the most important thing, guys, for everyone at the club is to try to recover everyone that has been injured since now. Bentancur will be back as well. The suspension will be over. Let's see what's gonna happen. But I'm not gonna expect a very busy January transfer window. I'm expecting Big Gang and stuff to try to accelerate the process of let the injured players be back into the lineups.
Now, talking of Italian journalists, we've got an Italian journalist who has left a message for us and all of the viewers and the listeners.
Here we go. Hi, Chris, my friend, and everyone at the Spurs Chat Podcast. Always a pleasure to talk to you about Tottenham. Hopefully, you have a busy January window. I wish all the best. To you, to Tottenham fans, keep up the good work and congrats on the award and the podcast numbers. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year from Fabrizio. Good luck to Spurs. Here we go.
Josh, let's come to you. Fabrizio says there that, we might have a busy January transfer window. Do you think we're going to have a busy one?
Well, you never know with Daniel Levy. Sorry, I said I wasn't going to say his name and I've already done it. Yeah, you never know. I'm hoping for one or two players at least. But to be honest, I just want a fully fit squad. We definitely need additions. I don't think we can allow the things to get like they have been. But, even with the amount of injuries that we've had, we're still beating Man United and getting into a cup semi-final. So, yeah, it's just you just never know with Spurs. That's the one thing. It's always a mystery. But I would be shocked if we didn't sign anyone.
Craig, let's come to you. I know we're going to do a game in a second, the Lookalike game. Who is that Italian defender that everyone says that you look like?
Chiellini. Yes, Chiellini.
Should we ask him what he thinks?
Hello to everyone at the Spurs Chat Podcast. Everyone keeps saying that Craig looks like me. He doesn't. I'm better looking, much better. Craig, what are you thinking? Merry Christmas, Chris, Craig, Ricky, and all the others. And hope to see you lift a trophy and celebrate a trophy soon. Ciao.
Love it. Oh, I love that. I love it.
He says he's better looking. Gareth, do you think that he's better looking than Craig?
Well, if Craig takes that hat off, he might match him.
Can I just ask, Chris? I've got delivered this box.
Don't worry about that. Put that to one side.
Oh, right. Okay. Even more surprises. Right. Okay.
Actually, Craig, I've done enough talking. So do you want to start your game off?
I can do. It was purely like who people have said that certain members of this podcast team look like other people. So I'm just going to show you, and I'm not responsible for all of these, by the way.
Oh, God,
so
he is.
I put them together. I was told, So the first one, side by side, I've got to say, absolute dead ringers. This is Melvin.
I knew this was coming.
So which one's which, Melvin? It's uncanny.
When James was here, everybody kept saying, "This guy's your brother." Everybody. We went for food, and the waiter's like, "Is this guy your brother?" He didn't know me very well, but he thought this guy must be a relative. I said, "No." He said, "I came from England today."
Well, another one, and I had to ask him because I didn't know. I mean, people put in the comments who he looks like, but who does Gary Maloney look like? And Gary reeled off a couple of names, and then I found this guy is an actor, and his name's Daniel Brocklebank, and I think he's a dead, a dead ringer for Gary, without a doubt. I don't know what you think, but I think that's brilliant. Now, this one, again, I have to blame Gary. And I was searching, I was racking my brains. I thought, who does Ricky Norwood look like, apart from Ricky Norwood?
Yeah.
I'm not sure about this one, but I don't think you'll mind, Rick, because Peter Andre?
You know what? It's not bad, bro. It's not bad.
He's more Katie Price than Rick.
Ricky, you're giving the eyes. You're giving the smoky eyes right there.
Well, what can I do, bro? You know,
What
I'm
is it?
natural. I don't think about these things. But shall I tell you something that I've got before? So the one that I used to get all the time was John Travolta for some reason, and I don't get that. I never got it, but everyone was just like, "Oh yeah, in Saturday Night Fever, John Travolta." I never got it, right?
It's the eyes. It's the eyes. It's the smoky eyes.
You look more like Olivia Newton-John, really.
But that one I used to get a lot.
Brilliant. Right. Well, the next one, I have to say this is quite good. Darren Altman and David.
Darren will be on shortly.
We'll have to put this up. I'll do one more before.
It's the eyes.
Don't want to spoil them all.
Josh Hughes.
Should we do Josh Hughes?
Yeah.
Okay. Josh said he was mistaken for this person just the other day. Luke Littler, Mr. Josh Hughes, ladies and gentlemen.
It's from behind. From behind.
Which one is which?
The haircut, Josh. The haircut.
That's probably it. You seen his haircut, a BBC Sports personality here? I don't think so. Well, I tell you what. You know what? I'd rather be compared to Luke Littler than what the Man United fans were calling me last night. Yesterday, they all thought that I was. I don't know if you can see with the light.
Oh God, shark! Is that a shark?
Bruce in Shark Tale is what they kept showing me last night.
Josh, do you want to play one of your games now?
Okay, fine. Right, I've got some questions. I was thinking about this last night because obviously what happens when you get to a cup semi-final in that sort of 30 minutes before we got Liverpool and all thought, right, that's our cup run over. I thought, what would you lot do for a Spurs trophy? And I want to start with you, Richard. Would you give up all of your gold medals if it meant that Spurs won a major trophy? You'd still have all your other medals, but would you, and you still have your world records, would you give up your gold medals for Spurs trophy?
Silence. Would I? No. No.
Even if Spurs would never win a trophy ever again.
Oh,
you can't put that on it.
That's tough.
Oh my God.
That's like sacrificing your life.
No, that's it. No. After last night as well. Literally, I nearly had a heart attack last night, man. I sent Chris a message saying this is embarrassing. I'm literally nearly crying watching the TV.
It's what we do, though, Rich, isn't it? It's what we do.
Yeah, no, not all my medals. No way. No.
Gareth, would you rather a United Ireland or a Spurs trophy?
A United Ireland or Spurs won a trophy? You know, I have to be very careful. He's watching this. There could be somebody at my door with a balaclava if I say the wrong answer here. there could be a gunman. There's a few of them on the right. Do you know why? I'll give you the answer that I will say, right? I would definitely pick Spurs. They won a trophy because, as I think I says to you, Josh, a United Ireland is inevitable in the future. Maybe not now, but I think it's inevitable in the future. I don't think Spurs winning a trophy in my lifetime is inevitable. So I would definitely pick the trophy.
Well, it's only right that I come to Melvin next. Would you live in the same room as Gareth for a whole year if it meant that Spurs won a trophy?
Is he ever allowed to leave, though?
I think there's this running joke going around because me and Gareth are quite chatty on the chat. And
it's not a joke.
Yeah, but you guys add fire to the flame, kind of. You know, you throw wood, you try to get us going, and in a way, it's funny and it's nice banter, and you know, I think you guys enjoy it. I think more than we do because it sometimes distracts us from the poor results, and when we're losing, it's funny. When we lose, it's you know, it's something that takes our mind off a defeat, and I think you guys, it's more for you guys than it is for us at times, but But yeah, I think I would live with. I think the conversation would be funny. We'd just be arguing with each other all day, and just I'd probably wind him up. He'd wind me up, and that's what I think most friendships and my guy friends. That's what we do all day. We try to wind each other up as much as we can, and I try to piss off my friends as much as we can. So I think, yeah, I would live with Gareth for a whole year. For a Champions
League, you said that. For a Champions League. Well, what if it was just for a Carabao Cup?
I don't know. Maybe an FA Cup. I think the least I would go.
Leo, would you trade the streets? The streets never happened. If it meant that Spurs won the Premier League.
Wait, come on. See, all those amazing years touring, all the birds that you want me to sacrifice.
You got
not back yourself for the solo career.
You got to trade the red jumper as well.
Yeah.
See, this is a tough one. So basically, I've got to eradicate all of that stuff, and then Spurs. What are we winning? A league?
Premier League.
Premier League. And they're not going to win anything ever. No, because let me tell you why I'll say no. Because every time Spurs win or lose, I don't get paid. Every time, so it's like, why am I going to sacrifice them? They're still going to get paid. When they lose, when they get battered 4-0, they still go into the car park and they go like this in the car park, beep, beep, and the Rolls Royce turns out while I'm there crying in my pillow. And they don't care.
You could have a glittering solo career.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. Cool.
But the streets mean nothing.
Weren't you once
all of your hits don't exist anymore?
Leo, weren't you once on Love Island? Couldn't you go back on there?
I could.
Take
but
Ricky
still
Norwood.
The balance is not there. Richard, what do you reckon? Richard, help me out. What are you saying? No,
mate, you can't do that, man. No,
I can't do that. No, I can't do
that's it. They're memories.
Because that's my life.
Like you say, them birds, them big birds and stuff, right?
All the big ones as well. Especially the big and the short ones. Never forget them.
That's it.
See, Josh, we want trophies more than Leo and Richard.
Well, that's what I was thinking, Chris.
No, it's not. Listen,
Chris,
I want
would you give up your whole chat?
Listen, but you're trying to. What you're saying is, forget your life. Your life is rubbish.
No. I said you could have a glittering solo career. Just the streets don't exist. You could still
trying to say give up your boys.
You could have an even more solo career.
That's what I'm saying. Backstab Mike.
That's it.
Nah.
Chris, you said you want a trophy more than these guys.
Go on. Oh, here we go.
Would you give the channel the channel? The Spurs won
the
League Cup, FA Cup, Europa League this season.
Yeah.
No, wait, he has to turn it off. He has to turn it off tomorrow. After this show, you got to turn it off and delete all your things.
I'll gladly turn it off if we win a trophy. No problem.
I'll hold you to that.
There you go.
Okay, so hold on. So if we do win a trophy, if we do win a trophy, then are you going to turn it off?
Yeah, Craig will be hosting. I'll have a day off.
Ricky, you're you're dancing on ice appearance.
Yeah.
Your acting career in tatters, gone. You'd be lucky to get pantomime at Wimbledon. Well, you've probably done that, having said that.
Oh, yeah. Seven Oaks. Yeah.
Right. Seven Oaks Panto is the only thing you can do from now on. It means Spurs win the 3 trophies this season.
All three. So Panto for life in Seven Oaks.
No other acting, nothing.
But I can still do the pod, right?
No.
I can't do the pod.
See, he's got his priorities straight.
You are the star of the Seven Oaks Panto. No other acting, no other appearances.
You know what? Like Richard and Leo, there is a considerable financial reason why there's kind of serious answers to this. But you know what? Of course, for Tottenham, bruv, I want all the trophies. Let's go, bruv. Let's have it.
Ricky, why are you saying that, bro?
And I'll put all my savings on us winning the treble, and then I'll be laughing. Do you know what I mean?
Before you do any more, Josh, I'm just going to ask Simone, because we're going to do a swap over in a second. Simone, do you think that 2025 is Tottenham's year after nearly 17 years wait without a trophy? Do you think that 2025 is our year?
The trophies are there. We hope so. Everyone is hoping so. So 3 chances. Europa League is the most difficult one. The Carabao was the easiest. And now Liverpool, Arsenal and Newcastle are still there. So anything can happen. So we have been waiting for so long nowadays. We have had incredible teams. Now we have got to rebuild. But anything can happen, guys. So let's see. Hope the best for the club.
Simone, what percentage chance do you think we've got?
10%.
Simone, thank you so much for all of your input.
Thank you, guys. It's always a pleasure.
You've been great.
Love Simone. Love.
Happy Christmas, Simone. Happy Christmas Day.
We'll see you soon,
guys. Thank you.
Joining us now is the legend Darren Altman.
Oh, here he is.
Yeah.
Well, you say that, but how do we get the camera to work?
Yeah, I'll just put a bit. This is what Darren Altman looks like. So.
Darren, you're meant to be one of the only professionals on here.
Well, yeah, you say that. Hold on one sec. Right.
I wonder if Darren can do Ross from Friends' voice. That'd be great.
Also joining us is Lee the Dorset Spur. Lee, how are you?
Hello.
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm good. Can you hear me all right? I'm working off my phone. So
absolutely, we can hear you fine. We just can't hear the professional voiceover artist.
Hello, testing. 1, 2, 3.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm good. This is great. Look at this. Merry Christmas, one and all. Merry Christmas.
Darren, let's start with you here, because you're going to play a little game.
Yeah. I am going to play a little game, actually. It's a shame he's gone, actually, because I've been perfecting some. Guys, listen to me, guys. If we don't win a trophy, guys, listen, guys. It's a pleasure to be here on the Chris. Guys, seriously, guys. So now that we got that over done with, what I thought I would do is I'm going to teach you. I think we should go round very quickly, one by one, and I want you to give me your very best Ange Postecoglou, our glorious leader. Okay, so I take it for granted that you can all do an Australian accent. Okay, so yes?
No, mate.
No, there you go, perfect. Okay, so we'll start with our glorious leader, Chris. So now that you've got your Australian accent, what I want you to do is go and just give me a little bit of perfect, okay? Because what he's got is he's got that sort of like gruff thing in his voice, okay, mate? Like it's like
remember, this is being recorded.
Okay, yeah, mate. And he's got a few vocal tics, so he says sort of every time he's like sort of okay, so sort of last night wasn't the best sort of, and look, it is what it is, mate. Sort of and a nervous. And a nervous cough, and he sort of looks down, sort of, like, what do you think, mate? So give that a go.
Lee is looking like, what the hell have I just walked into?
I thought that was Ange Postecoglou.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go on,
so there you go.
Go on.
Hey, hang on, you got to do yours, Chris. You got to do yours.
No, you go first. I've done my.
No. Dow, are you going to give us a line? Are you going to give us a line to say?
Okay, you got to say, well, sort of, it is what it is, mate.
All right, you've got to mark us all out of 10 as well, so I'm expecting
my pleasure.
Be my
pleasure.
Well, it is what it is, mate. I mean, Timo Werner, I mean, he's part of the squad. He still plays, but he was shit the other night. But he, within that context, he can't, can't play on anywhere. You know what I mean? I don't know why he's in the squad.
That's amazing. I mean, that is definitely a strong 3 out of 10.
Thank you.
I didn't know he was Latvian, but that's fine.
Yes.
Go on, Ricky. Ricky, the professional actor. Go on, mate.
Yeah.
It is what it is. We play the way we play, and it's just what we do, and we're gonna keep that going for as long as I'm here, mate.
Brilliant.
It's just what it is.
That's perfect. That's an 8 out of 10. What brilliant, brilliant, absolutely. Joshua, he's got half the Loire Valley inside him. He should
Keep drinking. Keep drinking.
Why do you keep asking that, mate? It's just like I said, it's who we are, mate.
Brilliant. 10 out of 10. Here we are, mate. That's brilliant. Go on then. Go on, Gaza.
Who, me?
Go on, Gaza.
Oh, this is going to be brilliant.
Impossible, lads. I'd love to take part, but my voice is too bad with an infection. So I don't want to do myself away over Christmas.
It's the worst excuse.
He's got a sick note.
I've got an antibiotic sickness note. That's going to get me out of it. But I promise you, the next time I'm on, I will do it.
Okay. Melvin? It is what it is, mate.
I just don't care. I don't care, mate. I don't care.
You sound Liverpudlian.
What you sounded like you were from Boston.
I'm gonna sound like my friends from Sheffield.
Melvin,
do that again,
do your
please.
friend
Please
Jose
do that
Mourinho
again.
now.
No.
I sing 3 times. I sing 3 times. Go on. Respect. Leo.
All right. Yeah, so I thought the lads were outstanding. Always.
Where's it from, Rob?
Always win us. I always win something in my second season, and that's what we do, mate. And I'm just proud of the boys. They just work their socks off, and I'm just so proud. And I'm going to win the trophy this season, like I said. Yeah, that's what we are. That's who we are, mate. That's it.
Wonderful.
Do you know, the last time I laughed like this guy was on this podcast.
Hi, Chris and all the Spurs Chat podcast members and supporters. I wish you all a lovely Christmas and a happy New Year. Have a lovely drink. Don't get stressed too much about Spurs. At least we're in the semi-finals. We've got a lot of injuries. Guys, Rome is not built in one day. Looks like Spurs needs more than 20 years to win something. So anyway, guys, listen, have a lovely time. Wish you all the best. Stay healthy. Most important, and don't get insane with Spurs. We're going to win in 2025. All the best, guys.
I'll tell you what, Ramon Vega must be the coolest ex-player. He's always got a glass of wine in the hand, always got his sunglasses on, always in an exotic place. Who out of you guys on the podcast now has been on with Ramon when he's been drinking wine?
Oh, no, he wasn't full the night I was on. He was pushed one night, wasn't he?
Wow, we've had some laughs with Ramon. Ricky,
the connection issues. Every time he does it, he has a bad connection. It sounds like Whitney Houston. So he starts saying stuff, and it's like, he cracks me up. And then Mrs. Vega as well. You can always hear Mrs. Vega in the background, just shouting the odd bomb. She would just like drop the bomb. You know what I mean? They're hilarious. I love the Vaders, man. Sending big love out to both of you. Mwah, mwah. Merry Christmas. Hope you have a fantastic time. Keep working on that tan, my friend.
Lee, let's come to you. How's the channel going? And what did you make of last night?
It's all going really good, mate. It's all going really well. It's who I am, mate. You know what I mean? It's just kind of, it's doing all right. Thanks for asking, mate. You know, I really appreciate it.
Is that
you
it?
wasn't expecting that, was you? You wasn't expecting that, was you? The man of many talents, see?
Yeah, absolutely. Lee, is 2025 our year for a trophy?
Oh, mate, honestly, if it's not, I don't know when it's going to be. It's got to be, isn't it? Absolutely got to be. We've got the Carabao Cup in our hands now. We're almost there, aren't we? Just a little bit of Liverpool to beat. just Liverpool, you know. But if you're gonna win a competition, you've got to beat the best, right? So
Absolutely.
we're already doing that. So.
Darren, let's come back to you on the impressions. Have you ever impersonated someone and they've been quite upset about it?
Oh God, probably all of them because I don't sound anything like them. I can't really think. I mean, I don't really sort of. Yes, I tell you who was Dara O'Brien. Saw something I did on Twitter and he wasn't very happy. But he's a gooner, so sod him. Yeah. He sent me a message actually, but it is what it is, mate.
Darren, what's your favourite impression to do?
Do you know what? I obviously like doing Boris, although he's been gone for a while. I quite like doing Glenn Hoddle, actually. I just find him...
I was hoping you would say that.
And also, what's his face? Chris Eubank. I like him because it's satisfying. The way people think that he has a lisp, but he doesn't have a lisp. The tongue sort of sits behind his teeth. And, I'm a boxer. It's an art form. And one can say that one's going to knock one's block off. So I like doing that. I like doing, I saw a lovely, German porn film the other day, and there were the 1v1s and the 2v2s and the 3v3s, as I say, and you have to say that the lad, he's put a shift in, as I say, and then players, as I say, they'll be happy with that, and as I say, it's just good fun to do.
Dow, didn't you do Chris at one point? I swear you done Chris at one point.
Don't think so. I mean,
didn't you get lost in Watford once?
We all know that.
Bloody hell!
But Darren's done a great Chris, though.
Can we hear the Watford story again? Can we hear the Watford story again?
No, God, jeez.
Story.
The Watford story.
Yeah, we've only got 2 hours.
It's recorded. It's out on the channel. Get there.
Let it be. Let it be. Everybody knows. Let it be.
Actually,
how was Vicarage Road?
Do you know what? When the Christmas market turned up, it was lovely. It's the same road you're talking about, right? I've never seen it, Josh. All right, can you stop traumatizing me? It's a deep scar. It's been rolling around for the last 3 to 4 years. Do you know what I mean? And it's never going away.
Darren, could you do any impressions of anyone on the panel now?
Yeah, do Chris.
Oh God! Now you're putting me on the spot, bro. Bro. I think that's it. I think
just a map in the hand will do it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Can I just say hello to Callie and Jessica, by the way, 2 of your biggest fans, Chris? Callie and Jessica. They're watching next door, and Callie's never met him, but it's her lifelong ambition to meet Gary Maloney. Absolutely, whenever she hears his voice, she goes, "Gary, what a legend!" But unfortunately, some of his language is a little bit.
Yeah, it is. A little bit. Yeah. Melvin, you've got a game that you'd like us to play.
Yeah, so it's pretty much a game of guess who. So I have a Tottenham player in mind. You can all ask me a question each. Yes, no type of question. So you could say...
Did they win a trophy?
Yeah, that's a pretty good question to ask, actually.
Well, I've asked it.
Yeah.
Is it a yes or a no?
So we're gonna start with the first player. So yes. So we can continue down the line, Craig, and the chat can get involved, and I'll be having a look at the comments and
Are
maybe
they
get
Okay.
It's a Spurs player, I take it, Melvin.
first player. Yes.
Okay. Is he from Great Britain?
Yes.
Was he a defender?
No.
Is he English?
Yes.
Can I have a guess, or do I have to keep asking questions?
Well, it's Darren first.
Oh, sorry.
He's English. Did you say he was? Did you say he wasn't a defender?
He wasn't a defender. No.
Did he play on the wing?
On the wing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, can I say who it is?
Yeah. You can try.
Is it Darren Anderson?
No.
Actually, before we go any further, let's hear from Darren Anderson.
Hi to Spurs Chat podcast. Keep up the good work. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all the viewers and listeners. Let's hope for a good 2025. Be nice to see us win a trophy. It's been a while. All the best. Cheers.
They all talk about winning trophies. Sorry, Melvin. Go on, carry
seen
on.
a bear or something? You look terrified.
Gary.
Incredible.
Who did we just lose?
Melvin, is he right-footed?
Yes.
We need to
Who's
know
next?
the year he played in. Whoever's next.
Well, the order's just
Lee?
changed, is it?
Who's been? It's only Lee, isn't it? To us.
I think it's Darn. Not Darn to go.
Is it my time?
Yeah, I think so.
It all shifted around, so I've lost where I was at. Did he win the FA Cup?
No. Someone in the comments got it. I don't know if you want.
Aaron Lennon.
It's Aaron Lennon. Yes.
Hey.
We can do another one quick if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, Chris.
Is it a goalkeeper?
No.
Is it a current player?
No.
Are they from England?
No.
Did they play for Spurs for more than 3 years?
That's a good question. Yes.
Is this person post Harry Redknapp era?
Post meaning after or during?
After Harry Redknapp.
Oh, it's got a giveaway.
No.
So what was the question? Is it after? Say, I missed what you said, Josh.
I'll give you during Harry.
He's during Harry Kane, yeah, or Redknapp.
Harry Redknapp.
Oh. Is he Dutch?
No.
Is this person a striker?
Yes.
Is this person very tall?
It's a yes/no question. How do you find very tall?
It's not Peter. It's not Peter Crouch. That's what I mean.
Yeah, considering I'm only about 5'8".
Yeah, you can say
over 5'10".
He's tall. He's taller than me, so he's tall.
Is it Peter Crouch then?
No.
Can you just recap what we've decided? So he's not English, is that right?
You can't do that, Craig. You got to be listening. It's the name.
I wasn't.
Anyone from the comments wants to ask a question, we'll read it out loud as well, because everybody keeps guessing. No.
Is it me?
Okay. Oh, it's me, I think.
No, you're taking too long, Ricky.
Sorry.
Oh, come on. Go on, Craigie, quick.
Is it Roman Pavlichenko?
Yeah, it's Roman Pavlichenko.
I was going to say that.
Brilliant.
Well done.
What does he get? What's his prize?
I get to stay with Melvin for a whole year.
Chris, I've got something else if you want to do it now. Do you want to do
Well, did you want to show Darren Altman and Lee their lookalikes?
I was watching. Unbelievable.
Oh, right.
Unbelievable.
Right, Lee, hang on. So we've seen
I'm
Darren.
not going to like this, am I?
No, you will.
Or shall I do it?
No, I've got it here, Chris. I've got it here. Yeah. So this is what we did the looky like is we think this was your. Oh no, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Phil Jude.
Yeah. That's him. Well done. Congratulations.
It's been said before.
I was bullied. I was bullied into that. I didn't want to do it, Lee, but you know what it's like.
That's funny.
You know.
Chris,
that was fantastic.
I swear to God, Chris, you'll pay for that. This man don't forget. I'm like an elephant. I don't forget.
That was brilliant.
That's it. I'll mark your card now, son. That's it.
Have we done all the lookalikes? I think we've got Leo's.
Oh yeah, Mr. And we'll save the other one.
He doesn't have the gap.
Should we save the other one till he's on later?
Have you got any glasses?
No. Oh, hold on. Not really glasses. Hold on.
By the way, the Josh Luke Littler was absolutely brilliant. Fantastic. Oh.
There must be just nobody like me in the world. I must be one of my own.
That's me. Yeah. Oh no! Hang on. You say that, Gareth and Mr. Beast.
Is that Mr. Beast?
That's Mr. Beast. Yeah, on the left. Yeah. And of course. Moody.
He said
moody picture there.
He said I was a very lucky man looking like him.
That is funny.
Yeah. Craig, do you want to play one of your other games then?
Yeah, right. Okay, so I'm just going to come to each of you and ask you a question. Simple as that. So it shouldn't take too long. So, Chris, of the 8, this is all Premier League era, these players, okay, guys? So nothing before 1992. We've had 8 Argentinians play for Tottenham. Name 5 of them.
Oh, Jesus.
Name 5 of them. One Foyth.
Yep.
Yeah.
Giovanni Lo Celso, although he didn't really play.
Yeah.
2 Argentinians. Christian Romero. Eric Lamela.
Yep.
And Valise.
Very good. Any ideas on the other 3?
Well, you asked for 5.
Anybody know the other 3? Gazzaniga, yeah. Tarico, brilliant. Ricky Norwood, brilliant.
Pointless answer. Pointless answer, that, Rick.
And one more. I don't think you'll be here till forever.
Ricky Villa. Oh no, sorry.
He didn't play. Yeah. Federico Fazio.
Yeah.
That's the other one.
He didn't really play either.
Yeah. Ricky, we've had 5 Belgians play for us.
No, it should have been. We've had 5 people move to Watford. It should have been a Watford-related.
Actually, Rick, I'm going to change this because I think the Belgians are easy. We've had 8 Brazilians play for us. Name 5 of them.
Gomez, Gilberto, Sandro, Vinicius
Junior.
Not Junior, but Vinicius, the other one. Paulinho, Lucas Moura.
That'll do.
Yeah.
Okay. Richarlison as well.
Yeah, Richarlison, you forgot. Yeah. Yeah, we had Vinicius Royale, Emerson Royale. Didn't say him, did you?
Well, I mean, I was getting there.
Gilberto, and you said all the others. Well done. Like Josh Hughes. I'm going to give you a toughie. We've had 3 Danish players. Name all 3.
Oh,
Fucking hell, here we go. Christian Eriksen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, we're going to go before my time, aren't we?
No, you'd have heard of him, I think.
Yeah, you only mentioned him the other day, saying we miss him.
I'd like to think so. Hang on, my mind's gone blank now. Højbjerg, of course.
Yeah.
And then oh no, Nielsen, was he Danish?
Yes, he was. Yes, Alan Nielsen, scorer of the winning goal in the 1999. Well, it wasn't the Carabao Cup, the World Cup, wasn't it?
I was going to say Dorstvedt, and then I realised he was Norwegian, wasn't he?
Yes, Eric the Viking. Yeah, Mr. Altman, we've had 16 French players. Name 8.
Oh God, Ginola.
Yep.
Our goalie, French captain. God's sake. Thank you, Hugo Lloris. French.
While you're thinking, Darren, I just want to say to everyone, my favourite Darren Altman moment was where was Sterling today?
What's that, sorry?
Where was Sterling today? Do you remember that one?
Oh, God almighty, yes. Very good. Very good.
There's loads of background noise from someone. I don't know.
It might be me. Is it me?
Hugo Lloris, David Jolona, Janola. Oh, for God's sake.
Gallas.
Yes, well done. Gallas. It's gone blank.
Dombele.
Musa.
Yeah, Musa Dombele and Dombele. Can't help me out, guys.
Musa Dembele was Belgium.
Yeah.
There was another, though. There was another. Not that Musa.
There was a defender that went to Portsmouth, and then I think he came back.
Oh, we said Gallas.
He doesn't play for Portsmouth.
Him.
I don't know.
You just said it. We didn't.
Would you? Shall I read them out? Because you've done very well, Darren. Very well. We had Etienne Capoue, Pascal Chimbonda, Stefan Dalmat, William Gallas, David Ginola, Eunice Cabal, Clement Longley, Hugo Lloris, Steve Malbranc, Tanguy Ndombele, George Kevin and Kudu, Wilson Odebert, Noah Pamero, Louis Sahar, Musa Sissoko, and Benjamin Stambouli.
Jesus Christ.
Leo the Lion.
And Kudu were Cameroon international.
He's on Wikipedia as being French. So.
Josh, you're thinking of Clinton NG. He was Cameroonian.
Yeah.
And Kudu also. I'm
on Wikipedia, it says that Ricky can skate as well.
He was born in France in Kudu, but he plays for the Cameroon national team.
I said French, so he was French, didn't he? He was French. So he's born in France, see? You're splitting hairs, Luke. Luke, just Leo the Lion. Right, okay. We've had 5 Germans. Name 3 of them.
Obviously, that's easy. Or Klinsmann.
I thought he was going to say, obviously, Werner.
Well, not giving him the second one.
Yeah, Klinsmann. What's that guy's name? Freund.
Yeah.
Freund.
The other German. I said Klinsmann, Freund. There must be one more. Don't say nothing.
I know one.
Oh, yes. So what's coming? I was going to say Heung-min Son. Christo, what's that guy's name with his
Left back.
Zeke, Christian Zeke.
Ziegler.
Ziegler, yeah,
well
whatever
done.
his name is.
Well done, well done. Who are we up to? Melvin. We've had, yeah, you should know. I'm gonna really be tough on you, Melvin. We've had 5 Italians. Bizarrely, I thought there'd be more than that, but there's 5. Who are they?
Vicario and Udogi.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, can't think of the rest.
My name is
Josh. Oh yeah.
Nicola Berti.
Yeah, Nicola Berti.
And
One of them's a goalie.
The goalkeeper. What was his name? Golini.
And another Italian goalkeeper.
Codicini.
Yes, well done. And you also had Paolo Tramanzani. That's actually 6, isn't it? Well done. Gareth, you're quite knowledgeable, aren't you? You love all this sort of thing. So we've had 9. I think it's 9 people from the Netherlands. So name 7 of them.
That's a tough one. Van der Vaart.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should make it a bit more tough.
Van der Ven.
Name them in the order of quality.
Van der Vaart and Van der Ven. I'd be surprised if there's anybody better than them. The fellow with the glasses. Davids.
Davids.
Penalty merchant.
Richard looks like he's revising.
I'm drinking.
Penalty merchant.
Terrible sign.
Striker. On their potch.
Actually, Gareth, I'll come back to you. Lee, do you want to take that up for the Netherlands? So he's given you 2 or 3 there.
Van der Vaart, Van der Ven, and Davids.
Come on, Lee.
Yeah, I don't want to play. I don't know any of this. I'm terrible. I'm an old man. I've got no memory whatsoever.
Stephen Bergwijn.
I'll be there.
You could have had Vincent Janssen, Dan Juma, Michael Vaughan, Janssen, Willem Colston. Colston, Christ almighty. Anyway, Gareth, come back to you, actually, before we move on to Rich. 11 Republic of Ireland internationals. Now, you should know some of these.
Put me under pressure.
Name, how many you can name? Go on.
11.
Was it Stephen Kelly? As a Kelly? What was his first name? Stephen?
Yeah.
Robbie Keane.
Yep.
Troy Parrott.
Yep.
It's actually harder than I thought it would be.
It is. It's a couple in here. I've heard of them.
Another defender.
What do you call the big striker that played at the back too?
Yeah.
Yari Doherty.
Yeah. You probably 1 more, 2 more. Probably.
The manager, Hutton.
Yeah, Chris. Yeah.
That's not Premier League era.
It's not Premier League era. No, it's not on this list.
Didn't we have a winger? Like anything from
Matt Doherty.
Yeah.
Andy Reid. Yeah, I've seen that in the chat. Andy Reid.
Andy Reid's another one. Yeah.
Andy Reid. I forgot about him.
Yeah, so I think you named most of them. It's Stephen Carr, Gary Doherty, Neil Finn, whoever Neil Finn was. I don't know if anybody remembers him.
Lead singer of Crowded House, Gray.
Robbie Keane, Stephen Kelly, David McDonald, Matt Doherty, Troy Parrott, Andy Reid, Andy Turner, Mark Yates. So, yeah. And lastly,
never got any more of them.
Richard, we've had 7 Spaniards play for us. Name 5 of them.
Just Richard, do you ever think you ever think for a second, Lee and Darren, we're now going to sub you out. So thank you so much for joining us. Lee, tell everyone about your wonderful channel before you go.
Yeah, I'm still banging in there, still getting on my little chats and that, ranting on like an old man, like I normally do. So yeah, if anyone wants to listen to me, an old man ranting, come on over and say hello. Cheers, boys. Good to see you. Have a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you all on the next one.
Thank you,
Certainly.
Thanks for all your input during the year, Lee. Thank you. And Darren, where can people find you?
No, I can't say that. Well, I'm just on around and about social media, TikTok, Instagram, all that nonsense. Yeah. Merry Christmas, guys, and congratulations to you, Chris, on all your amazing work. You work your butt off, and it's really appreciated. And the messages tonight were brilliant from all the players. So hats off, fantastic.
There's a few more yet, but yeah, thank you, Darren. Thanks for all of your input during 2024, and we look forward to having you on again. Actually, you're on Sunday.
I am, yes, after a fantastic victory against the Bin Dippers. Wicked. Lots of love. Take care.
Happy Christmas, Darren.
See you,
Cheers,
mate.
Darren. Thank you.
How many did you want, Craig?
Right, 7 Spaniards, so name 5.
Give me what 2? One of my favourite ones for moments are Lorette.
Lorente, yeah.
Yeah, he's like moments wise. Brian Gill obviously is crap. Porro. 5. Oh, Regus.
Reglion, yeah. The other, I'll give you a clue. The other one was
another crap striker. Salgado, that's it.
Soldado, yeah. And you had Iago, I don't know how you pronounce it. Iago Falque, yeah. Brian Gill, Fernando Llorente, Naim.
Was he
Porro. Says he's Spanish, apparently. I didn't know
that.
Was
he in Premier League, though? Premier League era?
Yeah, 93.
Yeah.
Was it?
He actually
Long
scored
time
against
ago.
Liverpool in our first Premier League season, winning 2-0 at White Hart Lane. Let's hope that's the score on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good goal as well.
So that's it. We've also had 4 Americans, if anybody knows them, if anybody's interested in what they are.
Clint
Yedlin, Brad Friedel,
Keller, Casey Keller,
Dempsey,
Keller.
Oh, you smashed it.
Is Naibit the only Canadian?
Oh, and Yedlin.
No.
Canadian.
Yeah.
As
Timo
Naibit?
Timo Tain was it? Who
No,
was the guy?
Tainio was from Finland, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Finish, yeah.
Tainio. The only this is I'm
Was
just
the
going
guy
by what it was.
West Ham, the last minute winner. He was Canadian. Stialteri.
Paul Stalteri, yeah. The only other, believe it or not, like this, according to this list, I'm sure it's accurate. Austrian. The only Austrian was Kevin Wimmer. The only Bulgarian's Berbatov. The only Colombian's Davinson Sanchez. The only Czech is Radek Cherny. Finnish Timu Tainio. We've been there. Ghana was Kevin Prince Boateng. Honduras Wilson Palacios. Japan Kazuyuki Toda. Yeah, Toda. Kenyan Victor Wanyama, of course. Mexican Giovanni Dos Santos. Montserrat Raw Fox. I don't know if that's true. Anybody know if that's true? I didn't even know that. Yeah, Montserrat. New Zealand. Anybody know the only New Zealander to ever play for Tottenham?
Ryan Nelson.
Oh, you're on fire, Ricky Norwood. Unbelievable shout.
Well,
Polish was
January window.
the only Polish person to ever play for Spurs. Anyone?
Oh, the striker.
Yeah,
he was terrible.
Raziak.
Raziak, yeah. The only Russian.
Pavlichenko.
Yep. The only Senegalese.
Sar,
yeah. And the last, there's 2 more just with one player. Togo.
That'll be R.
Yeah, and Ukraine.
Rebrov.
Rebrov, yeah. So, yeah, really loved doing that research. It's really interesting because half of them, I didn't know where they were from.
Such a legend, Craig. I tell you, when I think of the guys on the podcast, I always say Craig is Mr. Dependable, and I would say Craig is your Ben Davis of the group because he's always there. He's always there. Ricky,
Always
I've always said that you're the Hunmin Son of the group. You're the superstar.
I'll give you that.
Who would you say Melvin's like?
James Black.
I'll say Melvin.
Well, Richard's got to be Romero because he's won the World Cup. He's won the best possible trophy, and he brings the trophy. So you've got to be Romero, Rich. Leo, what about you? Who would you say you're going to be like?
What in this whole Gallas?
Yeah.
Gallas, because Gallas or Medley King.
He's always swapping teams. Dallas.
Sol Campbell.
Sol Campbell, yeah. Sol Campbell. That's brilliant. You can have that. That's it. Change your name quick.
Gareth would be Brian Hill or Brian Gill.
No, Melvin's quite calm, so I'd say someone like Bentancur, I think, for Melvin.
I take that.
Yeah.
Or a Vertonghen. Someone calm.
Gareth can be quite controversial a lot of the time. So
I think Lamella. Lamella would be a good pick for me.
Yeah.
On my day, brilliant. The fans love me. All days they hit me.
Yeah, and Josh don't stop talking, so don't know about that one. Yeah, Vicario.
Josh could be Dragison's agent.
No, Gary's got to be Vicario. Gary's got to be Vicario.
Yeah, no, Gareth's right. Josh can be Dragusin's agent. That's fine.
Josh is a good-looking lad. He can be Peter
Look
Crouch.
at that. Josh looks like Werner. And look,
touch like Werner.
I would rather be Dragison's agent than team.
Gareth, you got a game that you wanted to play.
Yeah, so lads, this one will be slightly longer than your other ones, so this will probably take us up for at least half an hour, but we'll try and get through it as quickly as possible. So it's literally a Premier League.
Half an hour, knowing how long you go on for.
The viewers.
That's coming from someone that does talk a lot.
So the viewers might quite enjoy this because it's actually a Premier League broad-based questions. There is some Spurs questions on there, but it involves most Premier League teams. So what we'll do is I think there's 5 rounds here, different rounds all the time. So there's general knowledge, there's a who am I round, there's a who name the year it happened, connect the club, and finish with a couple of general knowledge ones again. So what I think I'll do is I'll do each round, and then we're not going around everybody for their answer because we'll be here all night. We'll just go from one person at a time what their answer was, and I'll let you know if it's right or wrong. Fair enough. So maybe write down in front of you a bit of paper there or something. So with the Craig comes back. So again, most of these are Premier League based. There is an odd football question outside of the quiz. So most of it is around Premier League, and I'm trying to make it they suit all our ages. So there is stuff from the 90s, stuff from recent times as well. So round 1, first question. The Battle of Bramble Lane is famous because it is the only game in the Football League they have what? So think what that game had that no other game in the Football League had. It's quite famous actually as well.
Bramble, let's say it again, Gareth.
So the Battle of Bramble Lane is famous because it is the only game in the Football League they have what? So I'll just bounce on the question 2 and I'll repeat any at the back. So number 2, who scored the first ever Premier League goal in August 1992 in a game between Sheffield United and Man United?
I know that one.
Yeah, I know.
Are we writing these down?
Yeah.
Oh.
We're not going to remember them, Wardy.
Question 3. Yeah, I know that one.
Question 3. Portsmouth versus Reading is the highest scoring game in Premier League history, but how many goals were scored?
Gareth, repeat that one, please.
Portsmouth versus Reading is the highest scoring game in Premier League history, but how many goals were scored? Question 4. What team was Darren Bent scoring for when he scored via a beach ball deflection?
Is that number 5? Yeah.
Number 4. Number 5. Pedro Mendes thought he won the game for Spurs at Old Trafford in 2005 when he appeared to lob the goalkeeper from the halfway line. But who was the goalkeeper that dropped the ball?
Oh, God.
You know, the speed you're rattling these off.
Well, we want to get it wrapped up, don't we?
There's 100 questions.
I can't even remember half the questions you just said then.
I will repeat them at the end of each round. Question 6. Who recorded his only Manchester City assist when he set up Sergio Aguero for the League One goal against QPR?
Mario.
And question 7, and the final round, the one in this round. How many yellow cards were shown during the Battle of the Bridge in May 2016? So I'll just fly through these again. So number 1 was the Battle of Bramble Lane, is famous for what?
Sorry,
Number 2 was
Bramble Lane or Bramall Lane?
Bramall Lane. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, I put down Hedges as the answer. That's what he's going to do.
He's stinging all the players. Number 2 was who scored the first ever Premier League goal in a match between Sheffield United and Man United. Portsmouth Reading, highest scoring game, how many goals? Question 4, what team was Darren Bent scoring for when he scored via a beach ball? Question 5, who was the goalkeeper that Pedro Mendes lobbed that dropped the ball? Question 6, who recorded his only Man City assist when he set up Aguero for the League One goal against QPR? And question 7, how many yellow cards were shown during the Battle of the Bridge? So he's got all the questions.
What was 3 again? Sorry.
Highest score in Premier League game. What was how many goals? So Chris, we'll start with you. We'll just go around each person, one per round, for each question. So question 1, what was the Battle of Bramall Lane famous for?
I'm going to say there wasn't enough players.
Enough players for what?
To play the game.
Oh, on the right lines.
I'll put most sendings off.
It's the only game to be abandoned because there wasn't enough players to finish the game.
I'll put most sendings off. Can I have a point for that?
Well, there was 3 red cards, and then Neil Warnock apparently had famously told the Sheffield United players they fake injury, and Gary Megson had this massive interview afterwards because they were 3-0 down, the West Brom, and they thought they weren't going to get the points. And he says he told Warnock was telling the players they lied on injured to get the game stopped. And then that's when Megson said about Warnock he wouldn't push on him if he was on fire. You know, they started a whole feud for 20 years. They wouldn't speak. So there was a real big feud between the two teams. So abandoned. Give yourself a point if he says match abandoned due to not having enough players. Question 2. Craig, who scored the first?
Putting at half time is wrong.
What's that?
I guess Yorkshire pudding at half time is wrong.
Definitely.
Yorkshire
Question
pudding.
2.
Yeah.
Who scored the first? Craig, who scored the first Premier League goal?
Brian Dean.
Brian Dean's correct. Ricky, Portsmouth versus Reading's the highest scoring game in Premier League history. How many goals were scored?
I'm going to say 11. It's a guess.
11's the right answer. 740 Portsmouth.
Ooh.
They actually played Spurs a few weeks later, Reading, and Spurs beat them 6-4. So they played them 2 crazy games in basically 2 or 3 weeks. It was a team game. Berbatov scored 4 goals. What team was Darren Bent scoring for when he via beach ball, Melvin?
Sunderland.
Sunderland's correct. Who was the goalkeeper, Josh? The Pedro Mendes lob to drop the ball.
Do I have a clue? Oh God, mate, I have no idea, mate.
Melvin, do you want to help him out?
Was it Carroll?
Roy Carroll. Yeah. Roy Carroll. Josh, I'll stick with you for this next one.
Very young for that. Wait, before I was born, I would have thought. Was it?
Oh, I'll go to Leo actually. 2005 it was. So I would have been born.
Yeah, I would have been 5. That's why.
Question 6. Leo, who recorded his only Man City assist when he set up Sergio Aguero for the League One goal against QPR?
I know this one. It's what's his face? Always me, isn't it? Is it
with a nice hat, right?
Yeah.
Always me guy. God, what's his name again? Why has he got my head? You know the one I'm talking about. Always me.
Mario
Balotelli. Yeah.
And Richard, how many yellow cards were shown during the Battle of the Bridge?
Yeah, no idea. Guess 15, I don't know, 16, 15, something like that. Loads.
Anyone know the answer?
Is it 9?
10?
Is it 12?
I said 9. Is it 9?
What's that?
10?
9.
Spurs got 9. Spurs definitely got 9. And
was it 9?
15.
Oh, it's total, you mean?
There was 12. 12.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So just bounce on the round 2. So this round is who am I? So I'm going to describe a player. You just have to name him. All right. So
how many rounds are there?
There's 30 questions and all in all. So we're in question 8 now. So I would say about another 15 minutes we'll get it done.
This is turning into a Josh Hughes transfer update.
That's it. So, are you ready? First one in this round. I played for 8 different Premier League clubs. 2 clubs broke the British transfer record. They signed me. I scored 187 Premier League goals. Who am I?
Oh,
Jermaine Defoe.
It's not Defoe.
Can you say it one more time, G?
Yeah, so I played for 8 different Premier League clubs. 2 clubs broke the British transfer record. They signed me. I scored 187 Premier League goals.
I know. Andy Cole.
Supposed to write it down.
Oh.
I had no idea.
Next one. I am regarded as one of the Premier League's greatest ever players. I only played for 1 Premier League club across 2 spells. I scored my final Premier League goal in 2012 against Sunderland. I am now a TV pundit. Who am I?
It's not Letizia then, is it?
The next one I actually quite like this one here. I have played for Leeds, Newcastle, Aston Villa, and Man City, where I won the Premier League. I then won the Premier League and Champions League with another club.
Milner.
And I am now playing football for a 6th Premier League club currently. Who am I?
Rick, have you switched off? You switched off, Rick.
I played for Leeds, Newcastle, Aston Villa, Man City, where I won the Premier League. I then won the Premier League and Champions League with another club after Man City. And I now play Premier League football at my 6th club currently. Who am I?
I'm still on question 1.
I am a Premier League winning captain. I have played for and managed Tottenham. Who am I? I am a Premier League winning captain as a player. I also played for Tottenham and managed them. Who am I?
Premier League winning.
Yeah. Next one. I have made over 400 Premier League appearances across 4 different clubs, but I am mostly remembered for scoring own goals. I made 80 caps for the Republic of Ireland. Who am I? And the final one in this round. I am a World Cup winning captain. I have made over 300 appearances for only 1 Premier League club. I famously had a bust-up with a teammate as a half-time whistle went in a game. Who am I? So I am a World Cup winning captain. I made over 300 appearances for my only Premier League club. I famously had a bust-up with a teammate as a half-time whistle went in a Premier League game. Who am I? So we'll just get through that round again. It's back to you, Chris. So I played for 8 different Premier League clubs. 2 clubs broke the British transfer record. They signed me. I scored 187 Premier League goals. Who am I?
Yeah, I don't think it's Andy Cole. I don't think he played for 8 clubs. I think it's Robbie Keane.
It's Andy Cole.
Is it?
Yeah. He played for Newcastle and Man United, broke the transfer record. They signed him. He played for Portsmouth, Fulham, Man City, and a couple of. He played for Blackburn.
Oh.
He played for a few teams. So Andy Cole was the answer. Craig, I played for 8. I am regarded as one of the Premier League's greatest ever players. I only played for 1 Premier League club across 2 different spells. Scored my final Premier League goal in 2012 against Sunderland. I now work as a TV pundit. Who am I?
Do you know what? I'm really struggling with that.
Henri, perfect. Henri was the answer. Next one, and this one was good if you get this one. I have played for Leeds, Newcastle, Villa, Man City, where I won the Premier League. I won the Premier League and Champions League with another club, and now I'm playing football in my 6th club. Any ideas, Ricky?
I've not got one, bro.
Craig, go ahead.
I think Richard. Give Richard. I think we're thinking. Is his initials JM? Richard, is that the same person we're thinking?
That's what I've got.
Go ahead, Richard. Who was it?
Milner.
James Milner.
Yeah.
So he won the Premier League with Man City, then he won the Premier League and Champions League with Liverpool, and now he's playing football for Brighton.
Most overrated player, I reckon.
Before we go any further, we're just going to bring Kate in. Hello, Kate. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Very well.
Okay.
Thank you so much for joining us.
No problem. Well, I feel a bit of a lemon because I seem to have got a memo about wearing something Christmassy when half of the panel clearly didn't.
Well, Leo has, but he's in red. And Richard was dressed up as Santa.
It's pink, bro. It's pink. It's pink.
I'm sure he'll dress up again for you. Also joining us is best-selling author Kimberly Chambers. Kim, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. Good evening, lads. I've been listening since the beginning. I've loved it. I've got to say, though, can I pull Ricky up on something?
Go on.
Ricky,
Oh,
I
no,
love you
what
to
have I
death, but
done?
I've got to tell you, I think you look more like John Lacey than John Travolta, mate.
Do you know what, Kimbo? Whatever you say, darling. Whatever you say, sweetheart. I'm never going to argue with you.
You're not as tall as him, but other than that, yeah, that's the only thing. But no, it's been a fun show, lads. Really good.
Kimbo, you've only seen me sitting down.
I used to watch you on EastEnders.
Oh, I know.
Kim, what I want to know is
Doc
all
Cotton
these
was
books.
taller than you, Rick.
Kim, what I want to know is all these books that you have written. Your next one, who would you include out of all the panel at the moment? Who would you include in one of your books as one of your characters?
Ricky. He'd be down as listen. I don't know where he comes from, but I'd have him down as a right dodgy bastard, Ricky the Greek.
You got it. You got it.
I'm in. Sold. Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Kim, what did you make of the game last night?
Oh, I mean, listen, I was like everybody else. Like, I was behind the armchair, out the armchair. I paused it at one time. I paused it at 3-2. I thought, I've just got to pause it, keep looking on Twitter, because I really could see it all going Pete Tong, you know. But I'm just glad we're through in the end, Chris. You know, as the manager said, we have got a hell of a lot of injuries. But, I mean, it was like we was gifting it to them, wasn't it? It was just one of them nights. It was typical Spurs. But I think to have that to look forward to, semi-final, like in January, it's great for us to be able to look forward to that. I mean, and I'm glad, I texted you, didn't I, last night? I'm really glad we drew Liverpool. I was dreading getting Newcastle for some reason. I just thought if we get Newcastle, we're probably not going to be the underdogs. And like the thought of the away leg up there on a cold night with, you know, their fans are going to be proper up for it. And obviously you've got the hope, depending on how other clubs are doing, their injuries, they're both like, you know, Champions League and whatever they're still in, like, will they play a full side? I was quite pleased with the Liverpool draw. I was. And obviously, like every other Spurs fan, I've always craved for, you know, to see a North London final. It's always been my dream to see Spurs and Arsenal in the final. Could it be next year?
Yeah, it'd be interesting. Kate, what do you make of the draw against Liverpool? Are you pleased? Because there is hope, I suppose, amongst the Spurs fan base that their main interest will be the Premier League and, of course, the Champions League.
Look, I'm glad we got the home draw first. I think that's the big advantage. But do you know what? It don't matter who we draw. We've got to beat someone, you know. So I didn't care. I would love it to be. I'd love it to be a North London derby final, but I'd also love for Arsenal to go out against Newcastle. That'd be pretty epic. But it was funny because I watched it. I've driven back from Kent today. This morning, and I watched it with my niece who hates football. And when the first goal went in for Spurs, I cheered, and I actually, bearing in mind she's 19, I actually made her wet herself because I screamed so loud and made her jump. I actually made her wet herself on the settee. So there's one to tell the grandkids one day. So yeah, but just like I said, I didn't really care who we got. Just let's hope we get through.
Well, Kate and Kim, welcome to the show. So glad you can make it. Some of the guys here have been doing quizzes all evening, so I hope that you don't mind joining in. Gareth, did you want to continue?
Yeah, so sorry, Gareth, the next round will be starting just after I announce the answers to this round, so we've only a few more to announce here. So the next one was Leo, to come to you. I am a Premier League winning captain. I have played for and managed Tottenham. Who am I?
I say Tim Sherwood.
Tim Sherwood's correct. Melvin, I made over 400 Premier League appearances across 4 different clubs. I am mostly remembered for scoring own goals. I made 80 caps for the Republic of Ireland. Who am I?
No idea.
I think I got
Anybody?
this.
Anybody got it? Richard
Dowie?
Dunn. No,
Oh.
Richard Dunn. Richard Dunn scored the most own goals in Premier League history. I think he's double digits. And the final one, I am a World Cup winning captain. I made over 300 appearances for my only Premier League club. I famously had a bust up with a teammate as the halftime whistle went in a Premier League game. Who am I, Chris?
Sorry, I was just prepping up the next piece. I wasn't even listening.
Sorry.
It wouldn't be the first time I didn't listen to you, Gareth. Sorry.
Hugo Lloris. Hugo Lloris is the answer. Hugo Lloris is the answer.
Hugo.
He fell like we saw him in a game against Everton at halftime. So next round, Gareth, just feel free to join in. This is the name the year round. So I'm going to give you something that happened. You have to guess what year it was on. So what year? So first question this round: what year did Blackburn won the Premier League? Next question: what year did Rafa Benitez have his famous fax press conference when he brandished the fax against Sir Alex Ferguson? Next question: what year did Wigan beat Man City to win the FA Cup? Next question: what year were Blackpool promoted to the Premier League?
Is it Blackpool or Blackburn?
Blackpool. The next question: what year did Christian Gross brandish his ticket to the Dreams? And final question this round: what year did Kevin Keegan say, "I will love it if we beat them"? So first question that round was Blackburn, the year they won the Premier League. The second question, Rafa Benitez's press conference about fax. Next question was Wigan won in the what year did Wigan beat Man City to win the FA Cup? What year were Blackpool promoted to the Premier League? Christian Gross and his train ticket, and Kevin Keegan, "I will love it if I beat them." So we'll I think we're back. Ricky, are we back to you? What year did Blackburn won the Premier League?
Firstly, disclaimer: everybody knows that I'm rubbish with dates, so all of my answers are guesses because me and dates just don't mix. Anyway, years especially. I'm going to guess at 99.
94, 95.
95, yeah. 1995. 1995 was the answer, yeah. Josh, what year did Rafa Benitez have his famous fax press conference?
Again, total guess. 2009.
2009 is correct.
Ooh.
Richard, what year did Wigan beat Man City to win the FA Cup?
No idea. 2012, 2011, something like that.
2013.
13. Close.
Leo, what year did Blackpool get promoted to the Premier League?
I never knew they ever played in the Premier League.
One season they had.
Blackpool.
You were on Love Island that year.
Was I? So what's the first? Okay, that probably explains it then. Was it the same year that Italy won the World Cup? Is it Italy? France?
No, it was 2010.
I would never have got that.
Melvin, Christian Gross and his
I was
train
in
ticket.
rehab.
What year was the Christian Gross train ticket?
2001.
No, it was the year I was born.
97, 98, something like that.
1997. Yeah. And where are we at? Kate, what about you? What year did Kevin Keegan say, "I will love it if we beat them"?
I put 1997 for this one.
1996. So unlucky.
Oh, the pain.
Right, so the next round is quite fun as well. This is Connect the Club. I'm going to give you 3 players. You name the club they played for together. So first one, Peter Crouch, Craig Bellamy, and Joe Cole. What club do they all play for?
Oh yeah, I got
Say
Next
again,
one,
G-Man.
Peter Crouch, Craig Bellamy, and Joe Cole. What club did they all play for? Next one, Stephen Pienaar.
Together, Gareth. Together. Sorry, Gareth. Together, yeah? When they were there together.
Yeah. No. They weren't all there together, but the 3 of them played for one club in particular.
Okay.
The next one, Stephen Pienaar, Danny Murphy, and William Gallas.
Oh yeah.
I got on.
The next one's James Beattie, Shane Long, and Theo Walcott.
Oh yeah.
Now this next one isn't a Premier League, isn't an English club. So just in case you're thinking along Premier League, Mark Hughes, Gary Lineker, and Kevin Prince Boateng.
Oh, I got on. Yeah, I got those.
Next one, Scott Sinclair, Scott Kjærsen, and David Seaman. And the final one, Michael Owen, Matthew Everington, and Abraham Afellay. So, Kimberly, we'll start with you. First one, what club connects Peter Crouch, Craig Bellamy, and Joe Cole?
Well, I can't remember Crouchy going to West Ham, but I think the other two did, so I'll say West Ham.
Anybody answer?
Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Liverpool.
Never
All
knew
played
that.
for Liverpool.
I knew Crouchy did, but I didn't know the other two did. So
Chris, Stephen Pienaar, Danny Murphy, and William Gallas.
Danny Murphy and Gallas.
Spurs.
Do you know the answer to that one?
Spurs.
Spurs,
Yeah,
isn't it?
Spurs. Spurs. I thought you didn't know it there.
It's a big question.
No. Craig, James Beattie, Shane Long, and Theo Walcott.
Southampton.
Southampton, yeah. Ricky, Mark Hughes, Gary Lineker, and Kevin Prince Boateng.
Barcelona.
Barcelona. Josh, Scott Sinclair, Scott Kjærsen, and David Seaman.
Didn't have a clue with this one.
City.
Is it West Brom?
Man City.
Man City. Man City. And finally, Richard, Michael Owen, Matthew Everington, and Ibrahim Afellay.
Who?
This is actually a really. This is actually a
Who the hell
really.
is that guy?
United.
Afellay played for
United.
Barcelona. He went somewhere afterwards.
Oh, no.
United.
You know the answer, Josh?
Stoke.
Yeah. So final round, final 5 questions here.
Hold on, Gareth. Look, we'll come back to your quiz.
Yeah.
Craig, do you want to do some of your pictures?
Oh yeah. This is just a sort of quick fire thing. So what this is pictures. Some of you might have seen these already, but these are pictures of Spurs players with their heads removed. So all you got to tell me is who the players are. So do you want to just shout out the first one to shout out?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah. Okay, this is number 1.
Aussie.
Gary Lineker.
Aussie.
Oh, who said Aussie first? You'll have
Me.
to
Kimberly.
self-mark. Kimberly Chambers with a point.
It might
Number
not have
2.
been, might have been the other lady. I don't
Glenn
know.
Hoddle.
No.
No.
Mickey Hazard.
Mickey Hazard.
Hang on, Mickey Hazard, Ricky Norwood gets a point just in there for everyone else.
Gaza.
No.
Graham Roberts.
No.
Perry. No.
Shit.
Perry.
No, Sheringham.
Perry, no.
Too early.
Perryman.
Who said Perryman?
I
was
did.
trying to say Perryman.
Kim, you're right. You got so 2. And who got? I'm just going to try and keep track here. So who said our D list first? That was Kim, wasn't it? And who said Mickey Hazard? Who said Mickey
I
Hazard
said
first?
Mickey at some point.
That was Rick. Yeah. Okay. Right. So that
I
so
don't know
far
if the
Rick.
other lady said our dealers before me. She may have done.
You have
Kim,
to
you
I
self-
did say it.
I can't see nothing with these glasses on. Do you know what? I actually tried to open my phone, face ID, and I couldn't even do that.
Brilliant.
I'm surprised.
Right. Number 4.
Oh, Bale.
Berbatov.
Hang on. Who's the, that was Kim.
That's not the.
That was
Keane.
Kim.
Gareth Bale, was it? No.
Berbatov.
Berbatov.
Kim got it. Berbatov. Next one.
Lennon.
Aaron Lennon.
Lennon.
Yeah, Leo the Lion. I think that was Leo. 1 point
Thank
for you.
Son.
Werner.
Sheridan.
Werner.
It's Werner.
Josh.
I got on first there. I got on before Josh.
Hang on. Who? I had Josh say that first, but
I was on before
That's
Josh.
not Werner.
you was in before Josh.
Gareth.
Okay. Gaz. 1 point for Gaz. Right. Next.
Bollocks. Dyer.
Kane.
Oh, yeah, it's Dyer.
Yeah, or Toby.
Yeah. Gareth.
Yeah.
Woodgate.
Woodgate.
Oh, he's too quick.
I'm on fire now.
Woodgate, Jonathan Woodgate. Okay.
Kane.
That is Ericsson, yeah.
Yeah,
Ericsson is Ericsson.
That's 4 in a row. Keep them coming. 4 in a row.
These are the ones you put in the chat, Gray.
Yeah, you've seen these, Gareth.
No, I just know. I haven't seen anything, to be honest.
Kane.
Dele Alli.
Dele Alli.
Dele Alli, yeah.
I don't know who got that first. I'll give it to Melvin because Gareth's got 4. Right, next.
Kane.
Ginola.
Ginola. Yeah.
Who's the one in the background?
It's
Stephen
Iverson. Is that, yeah.
No.
It's like
Ain't
Stuart
Kevin
Evercott.
Scott, is it?
I don't know. Next.
Kane.
Van der
Van der Vaart.
Yeah.
Santa got that. Or you're not? Oh, you're going on the naughty list.
It's Van der Vaart, yeah.
We'll give that to Rich, yep.
Santa.
Mora.
Lucas.
Oh, who was that?
No, me.
Lucas.
I said Mora. We say Mora, innit? Thank you very much. I love that.
All right, Leo, that's giving you another mark. I'll mark down Richard because I'll be on the naughty list if I don't for the.
Kane.
Gaza. That's Gaza.
Gaza. Another one for Richard.
What was that, Richard? That was me. I said it first.
You said Kane
Get
again.
back in your box.
No, I said Gaza. Kane.
Klinsmann.
Dan Anderson.
Hey, me, I said that back.
Down the road.
I
Hang on,
definitely got
Josh.
Klinsmann first.
Okay, who won that? Because there was just
Who is it?
Everyone else
Woody,
is too busy
Klinsmann.
squabbling over the last one.
I guess it's Klinsmann for first now.
Chris.
Yeah, it's that's.
You lot are cheating me.
Okay,
I've
I
got
don't
2
know.
in a row.
It's null and void that.
Kane.
Son.
Ericsson.
Son.
Sonny, yeah.
Was that
It's
Son?
on.
I got that.
Oh, that's...
Bale.
Gareth.
It's me. I said it again.
No, that was Josh. That was Josh.
Are you taking liberties now? You lot
You guys are cheating, man. You guys are cheating. We need a buzzer. You guys are cheating.
Come on now.
Last. Oh no, 2 more.
Kane.
Yes.
Well, you're bound to get one right. One.
Leo, well done. Well done.
I should be the champion. I won about 5 in a row. You lot are scammers.
Crouch.
Yeah, Crouchy. Well done. And that's all of them. So,
Leo is the winner.
I got that.
Leo is the winner. It has to be.
Leo, you cheated, man.
How did I cheat? It has to be Leo. There's no way.
Where's the VAR when you need it?
We need serious VAR.
That was a tie. According to one, that was a tie between Gareth and Richard.
I definitely won that.
This is a complete
Josh, did you have a
question? Yeah,
Do I have any questions left?
Yeah, I'll just play
Well,
for these.
I've got one, which is from the comments. Now, we were all doing Ange Postecoglou impressions earlier. I would love to see Kate and Kim's impressions of Ange Postecoglou.
Go on, Kate. I asked you first.
I'm not very good with. I might offend people.
It's too
it's
late.
who we are, mate.
Have
I got to say anything in particular, or can I just say anything?
Say whatever you like, but get the get the accent spot on.
Promote your channel in Angie's voice.
Can I? No, I can't do that. I could just do this, can I? It's who we are, mate. That's
What about you, Kim? You can promote one of your books.
I'll have a go. It's who we are, mate. As for that burner, fuck me tonight. He was shit, mate. Shit.
I hope none of them this. Gareth, we're coming back to you.
Yeah. So final round. Final round? Last 5 questions. So what
wait.
score? What score are you on? What score have you got so far?
Oh.
I don't think anyone has marked their scores, Gareth.
No.
It's meant to be a bit of fun, Gareth.
17, Craig. No, no, Craig. I know Craig.
I'm on 4.
4.
I got
4.
3, 4, 5.
I think
Us
Leo
ladies
won.
have got a 10
Yeah,
point
just
lead
do it, Leo.
thing because we joined late.
Exactly,
Right,
and we're
well,
ladies.
Final
Look at
five.
Sam.
Person here.
A bit like darts when you go further to the front, like, you know.
Final
All right,
5
whoever gets
questions.
these ones is the winner, Gareth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll
Whoever
do that.
This is the round. This is the
Are
winner
do that.
these
round.
Tottenham related?
There is 2 Tottenham related questions on here out of the 5.
Do you
So-
have 5 that are Tottenham related?
No.
Okay.
Be too easy. Be too easy with Tottenham questions.
Are you
Calm
politely
down.
saying, Melvin? Are you politely saying you have a different game?
No, because I'm shit at these. I only know Spurs.
So here's one for you. Here's one for you. Who scored the last ever goal at Whitehead Lane?
Sure. God. Gary Kane.
Not Harry. Not Harry Kane.
Honestly, between you, Leo, and Rich, shouting out the answers.
Oh, sorry.
You see?
I thought he was back to shouting out. I'm sorry. Oh, God.
All right.
Just because you look like a private schoolboy, Josh. It's like, don't think everybody else does that. Come on, man.
Right, I'm writing them down now.
Yeah. How many teams?
Oh, Luke Littler.
How many teams?
Josh, how is your darts?
Do you know what? I've got a board tucked behind the door. but I
Maybe you
can't-
could be on bullseye with him, mate. You could be on bullseye.
I'll tell you what, Rich.
Yeah,
I'll
what, buddy, special
Rich, I'll challenge you right now to a darts match.
I've got you at darts, Josh.
Yeah, you back it.
But
Yeah.
we should do that. We should have a full day of darts and
Yeah.
like winner
Darts.
stays on, or like a little league system or something. Chris,
Yeah.
let's make that happen, man.
Chris,
Yeah,
next
do that.
year maybe we do like a League of Our Own special at Christmas. We
Yeah,
do like
do that.
we all meet up and we do
Yeah.
that.
After about 4 or 5 drinks, everybody starts playing.
Yeah.
Chris you can be James Corden, Chris.
What are you trying to say?
And if you want, Rich, we can do a 100-meter race. I start at 80 meters.
We definitely do the darts. The darts sounds good though.
We're still waiting though for Ricky Norwood to show us his ice skating skills and take us
Oh
all.
my goodness.
What do you mean?
Well, you never know. I've left me boots up north, so once I get them, we can make that happen.
I heard there's a
Soon
good,
get them, don't
there's a
worry
good
about
ice
that.
rink around Christmas time in Watford.
I heard it was all AI anyway. I heard it was all like fake. Was it all fake, Chris?
It
You
was.
went
I
to a
was on
spin, didn't you?
strings the whole time. They
That's it,
just
isn't it?
lifted me up around the ice.
Kate, I want to know what word you're hearing to keep down in these shots. What word you're hearing?
Christmas, that's it. And Tottenham, 2 things that make me drink.
Go on,
What can I
Kate.
say? I only
Right.
drink at Christmas, so you know it's Christmas.
Are we at that stage then that we've got to go back to Gareth's quiz?
Yeah, come on, Gareth. Crack out
Right,
the last
so
part.
nice, easy one for you all, and anyone that gets this wrong should be ashamed. How many major trophies have Tottenham won?
Right.
What, in the last 26 years?
In the last 16 and a half years.
So it says major trophies. The Asian Cup doesn't count or anything like that. Or the Feyenoord Jubilee Trophy doesn't count.
Audi Cup.
Audi Cup, yeah.
Doesn't count. Next, final 3 questions. How many teams have never been relegated from the Premier League?
Oh, I think I know this one.
Derby County achieved the lowest points tally. How many points did they get? And the final question: how many clubs has Big Sam managed in the Premier League?
All of them.
Oh, just to name a number.
Oh dear. Right.
FA Cups, 2 League Cups. I'm still on the first question.
Yeah, so first question was last ever goal at White Hart Lane. Second question, how many trophies have Spurs won? And third question, how many teams have never been relegated? Derby County, lowest points tally, what was it? And how many clubs has Big Sam managed? So, Chris, who scored the last ever goal at White Hart Lane?
Rooney.
Wayne Rooney. Craig, how many teams have never been relegated from the Premier League?
5.
Right, so that's the trick question. You named all the ones. Yeah, so it was Arsenal, Spurs, Liverpool, Man United. And then you have to remember Brighton and Brentford have never been relegated since they come up. There's 8 altogether.
Oh, that's a very, very tricky question.
Trick question. So Brighton and Brentford are part of the R6 that have never been relegated. How many major trophies have Tottenham won? And it was... Anybody get the answer? Ricky?
I said 12.
16.
More than that.
17.
More than that.
26.
17.
26 is the answer. 26.
26. That's what I said, Gareth. I said 26.
26. Where was I? Clearly, when I was never alive.
Name them all. I could have sort.
He won his Tottenham question.
And then Leo.
Charity Shield's not a cup.
And then he.
Charity Shield counts. Charity Shield counts.
Who's blaming me again?
That is
What
not.
happened? I was just saying it's a custom creams, Leo. I was saying it's a custom.
It's for charity.
Who's blaming me? I don't know who's blaming me.
And then
I don't-
nobody could hear me. That's what I'm saying.
I don't count the Premier or the Community
Do
Shield.
you want
myself.
custard creams? I didn't hear what you said. What you saying? There you go, man.
Josh, Derby County, how many points did they get?
What was it? Was it 7?
11. That's the answer.
11.
11. How many clubs has Big Sam managed? Craig, name a club Big Sam's managed.
West Ham.
Chris.
Yeah.
Big Sam. You Big Sam, didn't know you're sitting in that chair.
How many in the Premier League?
Yeah.
Bolton.
5.
QPR.
9.
7.
9.
I put
9 is the answer. 9 is the answer.
Southampton. Sunderland.
Yeah.
Sunderland,
Blackburn,
West
Bolton.
Brom, Leeds, Bolton, West Ham. That's 5.
Blackburn.
Newcastle, Blackburn. That's 7.
There's 9 altogether.
Bolton, Newcastle. You said that.
Oh, Newcastle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the end. Who won the quiz then?
I did.
I think Ricky won it.
Gareth, you won, mate, for putting all of the time and effort into making it happen. Nobody
yeah.
scores, but well done, Gareth.
The game's the winner. The game's the winner. The game.
Ricky is always full of compliments. Love that.
Definitely next year we go for the Christmas special over in London with Chris. We all meet up for a Christmas special and we'll get someone to evaluate and we'll do the games.
I'm busy that day.
Oh yeah.
Ricky will meet you there though.
Yeah, as long as it's not Vicarage Road, we'll be all right.
Yes. Richard, just out of interest, talking about trophies, how many medals and trophies do you have? Do you know?
I've got a few.
How many marathons you up to now?
80.
80.
Woo! What?
Yeah, so I'm doing one in a couple of weeks. Actually, I just found out today that I've just been entered for one. It's in a couple of weeks.
What's the miles? Was it 26? What's the?
Yeah, it's always 26. 26.2. Yeah. Great.
Can I ask you a question?
No.
How? Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You got
Merry
it.
Merry Christmas.
Go on, mate. Yeah.
Love you too, mate. When people say they hit the wall, have you ever hit the wall, and what does it feel like?
Yeah, it's like your arse falling out. Seriously, it's terrible.
Is it pain? Is it pain, or is it exhaustion? Is it pain in the body, like legs, or
It's mentally as well as physically? Really, I did in Chicago, like my last one, and I still managed to finish and break the world record. But I got to 18 miles, and literally, I kind of couldn't move after that. And I was with a couple of pacers, and I stopped for about 45 seconds, and then just got back into the metronomic running that I needed to get me to the finish. But yeah, that last 8 miles was tough. You have to.
The last 8 miles was 8
tough,
miles.
Yeah. And I'm running at like 6-minute mile pace as well, so I'm running quick.
Right. And so your body couldn't move, like you couldn't move it.
Well, just mentally and physically, yeah, just really struggled. But marathon is so mental. It's and so because I started. A lot of people don't know this, but I started as a ice hockey player in 2006, and I went to my first Paralympics. Then I've been to 3 summer games, and then I commentated at Paris. So I've been to 4 games competing and 1 commentating, and then transitioning back to marathon from sprinting is quite tough. So physically, it's more than anything really a marathon. You put yourself on that start line, and you have to really commit to it. And Chris will tell you this, obviously, with his athletic prowess of doing London Marathon, that it's not easy.
Wow!
Everybody that starts, that finishes, gets the same medal as the winner.
Yeah.
So that's the.
But everyone is supportive, Rich, aren't they? They're very supportive in the crowd. That's what gets you through.
100%.
How long did it take you to do the marathon? What's your fastest
2:41.
Wow.
So yeah.
That's decent.
Kim, have you run any marathons?
Oh God, I'm still struggling with a couch to 5K. You're asking the wrong person here.
Nice.
Has anyone
else
done a marathon?
I do a marathon every week, Chris, with Melvin, sorry.
Or is it just me and Richard?
It's only us two. It's like either
I've
ends
done
of the
one,
athletic
but
scale, isn't it, Chris?
Sorry?
It's either ends of the athletic scale.
Well, me and you were the same.
I've done a few drinking marathons. I don't know if that counts.
Chris, I did it, but I got round London. Yeah. I've done London, but yeah, it was nowhere near Richard's time. I can assure you.
What was yours, mate?
Well, I got to Tower Bridge in 2.5 hours, so I thought, I'm on for sub 5, and then when Richard talks about hitting the wall, it's like watching Tottenham, innit, hitting the wall. It's just painful.
It's like it was like the other night, against United. Literally, they hit the wall at 3-0. They got a bit cocksure themselves, and then all of a sudden the arse fell out.
Yeah, so I hit that just going down the highway towards Docklands, and I walked a majority of the last half of it. I think I was about 6 hours. So
that was about Cutty Sark, wasn't it?
It's Cutty Sark, 6 hours, 6 miles Cutty Sark, isn't it? I think.
It's quite incredible, though, the amount of really fit people, young guys who are collapsing by the side and really struggling. So you have to be very prepared and very fit, don't you?
Yeah.
So Jim Ratcliffe at Man United doing it at 71 or wherever old he is.
Exactly, yeah.
So, can I ask you, how long does it take to prepare to do a marathon?
What? Say if you were looking to do one now.
Just fresh. Like I've never done it before.
What, you want to do it properly, or you just want to
No, just like you want to do it. You want to do it with the number and all
get
that
the headband on, like the sweatband, and like the tights, and just go for it, man.
Yeah, all of that thing. How long would it from the start?
You need at least 6 months to prepare.
And is that me running every day,
and that's
2 miles, 3 miles?
Yeah, you build up and you get more confident. You get more swag on. You get your headband, and then you get your cool shades on, and then
and then all of that business. Get my microphone.
6.5 hours. mate, I reckon you got it.
I don't think I'm nowhere near, man. I don't think I could do like you do, man. That's your special.
Man. On the streets,
I'm scared.
Chris, I've got one last question.
Go on.
So since the Premier League began, and I'll caveat by saying not all of these players necessarily played for both of these clubs in the Premier League, but this is a question for Ricky, but it's for everyone to answer. Can you name how many players have played for both Spurs and Watford since the Premier League began? And they don't all have played for both clubs in the Premier League, but they've played for both clubs.
Kabul.
Josh.
Tony, is it? What's his name?
I gotta tell you, every time that you ask this question, it's cut out. Like I haven't heard the question once. It's cut out every 2 words.
All write down a number. How many players do you think have played for both?
You're asking me. So I haven't got a clue what you asked, bro.
Can I just ask, Kate and Kimberly, have you heard this Watford story?
No,
Oh yeah, I
I
have.
haven't. I haven't. I'm glad to hear it. So come on.
Okay.
Come on,
I was
Ricky.
on the
Come and
feed
John
that day.
Travolta.
I was on the feed.
Do you really want me to tell this?
Yes, please.
Turned up at the wrong stadium.
I don't know what's happening.
Did you think? Did you think Watford was Wolford?
I'll tell you what, Ricky.
Hey!
Ricky, here's a challenge for you.
Well done.
Tell the
One minute,
Watford
one minute. Let me
story.
see if I'm chucking the charger in.
Here's a challenge for you. Tell the Watford story in 60-second update mode.
Is this helping? 1 minute.
He's just pretending he's not hearing anything.
Can we clip this, Chris?
Can you guys hear me? Because I don't know what's happening
Yeah.
with the connection.
Yeah, if you heard you.
Yeah.
We got
Can
you,
you
man.
hear?
Come on,
Yeah.
please.
I swear to you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
All right. 60-second Watford story. Okay, New Year's Eve night, I drink. Next day, I know that I've got a Tottenham game. So I go to sleep knowing that I've got a Tottenham game in the morning to meet Chris. I get up in the morning, I know which way I'm going. So I get to the station. The whole way to the station, I don't see no Tottenham fans. I get to Liverpool Street, don't see no Tottenham fans. Get to the stadium, the lights are turned off. I don't see no Tottenham fans. Get in the shop. I'm meeting Chris in the shop. I'm walking around and going, all right, yeah, cool, having a look. Then Chris gives me a call. He's like, where are you? I'm like, where are you? I'm in the shop. I can't see nobody. It's quite quiet down White Hart Lane. He goes, yeah, well, you're supposed to be in Vicarage Road. I said, what, mate? I said, what? Where am I supposed to be? And so, yes, in 60 seconds, what happened was is that I went to a Watford Tottenham game at Tottenham instead of going to Watford.
I have actually heard that story, but I just wanted to hear it again.
It's actually quite funny because I remember you said at the time you were all, "It's a quiet one today at the stadium. There's nobody here." You didn't realize you were in the wrong stadium until Chris told you.
Ricky, every time with
Mate,
you,
I had no clue. I was like, am I here early? I was like, did I miss something? Because there were a couple of shirts around. But I was like, have I got the right day? I'll tell you the worst one is that I looked at Sky Sports and I read it, but I still had drunken fog brain from the night before and not enough sleep. I'm reading it saying Watford Tottenham. And I'm reading it, Watford Tottenham, and I still didn't clock until Chris told me I was at the wrong stadium. So, yeah, lessons learned that day.
Right, we're going to finish with the last one with Melvin. Melvin?
Yeah, so I don't know if you were listening before. This is the game of Guess Who. So you get to ask yes or no questions, and you have to guess the player that I have in mind. So I'm going to pick a bit of a difficult one, since you got it a bit easy before. So starting from Chris, if you want to go first.
Is it a striker?
No.
Is it from somebody outside Great Britain?
Yes.
Midfielder.
Yes.
Is he a shit German winger?
No.
Richard, you can't say that.
Well.
Can I just tell everyone that I always, without foul, get a text from Richard after the game when Timo Werner's played any minutes.
And it's always the same. It's always a can't shoot, can't pass.
He's the worst.
People in the chat, ask questions, not try to guess, and Chris will put them on the screen.
Josh, you're
So,
Leo, it's on you, bro.
Oh, is it me? Midfielder.
Outside the UK.
He's not German.
He's not. No, he might be German. You says he's not a shit German. He could be the other German.
Wait, is it me? Yeah. Is he French midfielder?
Yes, kind of.
Kind
of. You're
Kind of.
French or you're not?
Birthplace is
French. French.
Birthplace, but his citizenship is a different country.
If
I
Gareth
think I know
said his
this.
name,
All right, well, I think I know who
would
it
you be
is
able to
already.
Wait,
understand
Kim knows. Ask Kim. Kim says she knows.
Is it Kevin and Curry?
No.
Is it Harry Kane?
Can I answer?
Go, Kim.
Yeah, go on, Kim.
Dembele.
No.
All the build-up.
Melvin, if Gareth said his name right now, would any of us understand the player it is?
That's a bit racist.
Possibly.
Kate, you haven't asked a question yet.
Oh, sorry, I was losing the will to live there for a minute. Did he play for a Premier League team?
Yeah, he played for us.
Oh, he played for Spurs. See, this is what I mean. Okay, is it Sissoko?
No.
I only said that. Someone said it in the chat, so I thought I'd look like I was paying attention.
Okay, we can go back to Chris, I think, with the questions.
Is he still playing now? Poor research.
Yes. Very low.
What was the last question and answer?
Is he still playing now? Yeah, he's
Oh,
still
right.
Oh God. Has he played for? He's obviously. Has he played for a club in Spain?
No.
Ooh, I feel like I got it.
It wasn't. I was thinking of then.
Is it Benton?
Yes.
It's French.
Well done.
Nabil Bentaleb. Very good.
Yeah. He's
French
Algerian.
Chris.
He's French Algerian. It says citizenship is Algerian and birthplace is France.
Yeah, if somebody asks him where he's from, he says I'm kind of French.
Chris, you know what? Quick question before the end of the year and Christmas and stuff like that. You know, you've gone to every single game. You've met a ton of Spurs legends. Do you have like a favorite story, a favorite moment, a funny something that's happened with one of the Spurs legends that you've been lucky enough to meet and sit with and talk to for a moment? Because I'd love to know, bro. You've seen so many things. You've gone to so many dinners and stuff like that. You know, is there anything that comes to mind, bro?
Absolutely, and I'll tell you the next time we have dinner.
Oh, all right. Okay, great.
There's some things that I can't share, but
I
yeah,
know, I get you.
many great moments this year. That was actually what I was going to end with in a second. Everyone choosing their favourite moment, whether it would be a particular player moment or a game. Or just spending it with Spurs fans or chatting on here. There's many moments, but like I've said many times on this podcast, Rick, certainly this year, I think that we ought to just stay with Ange Postecoglou, back the manager, and of course you went into depth the other day about this subject. But yeah, we'll come on to that in a second. Is everyone finished all of the games?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So whilst we're going round the panel asking for your favourite moment of 2024, we do have quite a few things to give away. We've got 3 badges from Mickey Hazard's charity Legend on the Bench. So we've got 3 of these. We've also got metal shirts from Alloy Collectors. We've got the away shirt and we've got the home shirt. We've also got Alfie Con's autobiography. Of course, I did a fantastic interview with Alfie Con a month or so ago. Really enjoyed talking to him. And I've also got this model of the stadium. I think I'd actually like one of these myself.
Yeah.
So I'll take that one. You can give the rest to the other people.
Is that model? Is that the one that you build?
Yes.
I've got that very one, and I'll show you now.
There we go. And we've also got some vouchers. we've also got some vouchers to give away as well. So if you, any of the viewers or listeners watching or listening right now would like to win any of these prizes, just simply put the word winner in the comments right now, and we'll get some of the panel members to choose some at random to what prize that you will win. But also, what I wanted to say is I contacted a number of very loyal watchers and listeners of this channel, and they actually voted Craig Dearman as the panelist of the year 2024. So Craig has actually got a prize next to him, which I actually posted to his house without him knowing. So Craig, while you're opening that, Ricky, let's start with you on the favourite moments of 2024. So it could be anything.
Do you know what? There's a really special moment for me of 2024. So around this time last year, I started training for Dancing on Ice. But around January, I think it was around January 10th or 12th, that's when the show really started. And you know, I came on and I done a pod with Chris, and I had no clue what was happening. I just thought it was a normal pod, but I got a good luck message from like a ton of people, and it was just a really special show for me. You know, someone who loves Tottenham inside out and is just kind of overwhelmed with when I meet legends and old school heroes and stuff like that. So to get like 17 messages from different people, including Richard, including Ramon Vega, Darren Anderton, Dawson, Expressions, there was a ton of people. My boy Darren Hart, like there was a ton of people, but like that was one of the things that just kind of blew me away this year, that those guys knew my name and they wished me luck while I was doing that crazy show called Dancing on Ice and trying to just stay on the ice. But like with all of that support and with that show that we done there, that was a really special moment for me. So that's going to be my personal one. So thank you, Chris, and thank you to podcast, and thank you all of you around the world that listen, that support, that chuck in a message, that you know, and tune in every single week, sometimes 3 times a week. You guys are what make this show happen, and I much appreciate it. And you know, it's because of you guys watching that I got something special like that personally. So thank you guys, thank you, Chris, and thank you the podcast for giving me a great moment in 2024.
When are you running for Prime Minister?
Sorry, bro?
When are you running for Prime Minister?
Never in a million years.
I thought that was going to be your moment of the year. I mean, if you're picking someone above that, then you really are at the top, aren't you?
No, Ricky, a big public thank you to you, because you give up so many hours to come on this podcast. You and Craig in particular, the amount of times that you've come on a podcast, in particular when we've had a poor result, and we've sat here for literally hours talking about Spurs. So thank you so much indeed. Josh, let's come to you. Your favourite moments?
God, I've had a few. Do you know what? I would have to say, even though we lost the game, it was very recent, but actually going on the piss with Gareth and singing our hearts out with James, or should I say Melvin, and then seeing Chris before the game as well. Yeah, the whole pre-match sort of before Chelsea was absolutely brilliant. And aside from that, I'm trying to think.
Josh, do you remember that game? Because remember we got the news that Van de Ven and Romero was back, and all the atmosphere was just
that moment was just insane. And then we realised it was actually insanity that they were playing, and then obviously both get injured again. I would also say, to be fair, it's I've come on the pod for a while now, but this was the year that I got added to sort of, I got sort of welcomed in as a regular this year as well, which was great. And I've been on a lot more this year, just being on with all of you guys. I don't think I've been on after actually, no, do you know what? I have. The show we did earlier in the week where somehow I went on for 40 minutes. It felt like 10 minutes, but 40 minutes somehow. I think that was the first time I've ever come on the podcast after Tottenham have won a game.
That's probably why you haven't been a regular.
Every time I seem to come on, it's either midweek and it's not just after a game. Because if it is, it's normally after a defeat. I don't know why. But yeah, that probably, because the luck has changed, I guess.
Craig, you're right. I think you're on mute.
Yeah, sorry about the rustling. Chris, that is such a lovely thing to have. It's a, if you can see it, it's a signed shirt from the first team squad. So look, that's so kind of you. Thank you very much, Chris, and thanks for everybody. I didn't even know a vote was going on. You obviously asked these people, and look, I just love coming on here. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I do enjoy it. You can't please everyone. But I have to love this. I don't know if it's a man or a lady, but I know what he's talking about. My Freudian slip the other week. I'm sure. I'm sure you've probably seen it, and drunk Ricky as well. A couple of other people have said that. So yes, that was not my finest moment, I have to say. So, but thank you, Chris. That means the world. Thank you very much, mate. That's lovely. You didn't have to do that, but thank you.
Well, thank you for all of your input. And I'll tell you what, going back to one of those podcasts when Richard was at the stadium and Ricky and I had drunk far too much and then going live on a podcast, that was not a good moment. Exactly. Sandro come over as well, and it was like, it was chaos. It was like yesterday's game. Rich, some of your favourite moments of 2024?
Yeah, that game was awesome as well. Cause the game itself was a bit of a crap game. It was against Luton, but I went on the pitch at half time with Coty and did some like intro stuff. And just before I went on the mic, he says, because we were chatting before, and I was talking about Luton being like a pub team, and he went, "Don't mention what you just said about Luton being a pub team, because those fans will go crazy." And I was just about to, and he looked at me, and I didn't. But no, that was great, because I think when you come on the podcast, obviously you get to know everybody, and then obviously like personally get to know everybody as well. It's a proper community, and I think everybody wants Spurs to do well, and we want obviously the team to be successful, but then we want to everybody to have the platform to be able to chat openly and authentically as well, which is fantastic. And I think that's also what we kind of want on the terraces as well. You want people to be authentic, but obviously support the team and really be that 12th man. And that's why I really love, one, being a Spurs fan, but also being part of obviously Chris's community with the podcast. So yeah, thank you for that. And there's some great moments and some really kind of interesting moments around transfer deadline day on the podcast, where we think we're signing somebody and we don't get anybody at all, or we get somebody that we've never heard of, or and one of my moments, I was just looking back at some of the games, and I can't actually believe that Timo Werner scored a goal that we won a game in the 5th minute in the EFL Cup against Man City. I forgot about that. I wonder why.
What about that cross at the Etihad, Rich?
Yeah, I know, but 170 grand a week.
What about that goal against City?
One cross.
What about that goal against City in the League Cup?
Imagine if I was getting paid to run shit all year, apart from one time. But Rich, you went to the Paralympics and you were fucking last. But remember that time at Loughborough University when I was rapid? Yeah, 3 people saw you, but you were shit in front of like 80,000. So that's where I see me and Werner being slightly different. So I would say, and looking back at the games, I think recent games have been brilliant as well. I love some of the recent games, but I think moments where, when you think you've turned the corner, with the Man City game when we absolutely blew them away, that was like fantastic for me. And I've always got a negative thing to finish on, and I'm not gonna, because I was just gonna say, but we need a plan B.
Well, it is always a pleasure to talk to all Spurs fans and, of course, opposition fans as well. Let's hear from an opposition fan, the chaser, Sean Wallace.
Yeah, it's me, Sean Wallace, the Dr. Shore, Chelsea's #1 fan. But despite that natural fact, I love going on podcasts. And one of the best podcasts I go on is a podcast belonging to the enemy, hosted by the brilliant Chris Cowling, the Spurs Chat Podcast. one of the most insightful, fair, and informative podcasts there is. No wonder it wins loads of awards. And I hope it wins the award it's been nominated for in 2024 because it's one of the best podcasts there is. Good luck, Chris, and to the Spurs Chat podcast. Good luck.
Well,
that's nice.
I don't think you can get a better endorsement than that. Leo, it's been too long. You've got to come back soon.
Yeah, I'd love to.
What's been your favourite memories of supporting Spurs this year?
Well, I was, while you guys were talking, I was thinking about it. What has been, and I can't really pinpoint one, because there's times when I get really excited, like Rich was saying, and the next week is just, it's like, oh, I thought we won to something there. So I really can't pinpoint anything. Obviously, the Man City, we've had great games so far, but I think let me just go and be a bit left field. I would say the best moment was when we sold Emerson Royale. I think when he left the club, I think that was one of my happiest moments because him and Sanchez really were doing my head in. And that fake Brazilian really annoyed me. And so when we sold him, I really was thinking, okay, we've turned in the corner here. Because obviously I knew that when we're playing football, there was one player that I knew if he got the ball, he was going to mess it up, and that player had gone. So that was fantastic for me. Even though he was replaced by Werner now, who is the other player that once he gets the ball, we know nothing's going to happen. But he's still better than Royale. So for me, that's it. I couldn't think of anything. Yeah, I had to go for that, to be honest. I mean, I don't know what else to say because I'm really, really thinking. I was gonna say when what's his name, Ange Postecoglou signed, but I realized that was last year. So Emerson for me.
Maybe my 2025 moment will be Werner moving on the
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Sometimes, as they say for signings, it's not who you bring in, it's who you take out. So
yeah.
Now, you're always going to upset someone when they're not invited to the party. Mr. Box Office, Alex is with us. Funny how you do not invite Box Office, Chris. Now, if you don't know, get to know. I'm sorry that you didn't get an invite, Alex, but we do have so many regulars. Of course, you're always welcome to give your opinion on this channel, but we do have a lot of regulars, and there's only 10 spaces.
We couldn't do it, mate. Chris, we couldn't do it. All of us with Mr. Box Office. Mr. Box Office is too big in the game for him to be on, a plus 10 podcast, Mr. Box Office. It's got to be just you and him, bro, because his opinions, his insights, his facts, his stats, it's too much, bro. It's too much. We couldn't handle it. We're inadequate to share the same space as Mr. Box Office. That's why, bro. But fingers crossed, 2025 is your moment.
You know you want to say it, Ricky. You know you want to say it.
I ain't saying nothing. I just got it.
Melvin, your favourite moments?
I have two, which I'm gonna say real quick. One thing, I'm in my Spurs room, if you can see, and I have scarves of games that I used to go to Wembley, and I used to go alone, and I used to not know anyone. In 2017, I used to go to Wembley. I used to fly to London alone, sit in the stadium alone, and go home alone and not know anyone. And because of Chris, now I go to London and I know people. I have friends, which I visit every single year, which I absolutely love. And it's because of Chris. And my favorite moment is boarding the plane, boarding the flight, knowing that I'm going to go to a bar and have my friends there waiting for me. And I know many, many people. And I just love it. It's my favorite moment of the year, honestly. It's my favorite thing ever. And it was my dream to have that. And because of Chris, who I met outside the stadium, filming the fucking panels, it led to this. Yeah, it's true. And we stayed friends. I have to fly to see the games like Gareth. Gareth lives in Ireland, obviously. So the only international Spurs fan. So that's my absolute favorite thing, is that I can go to London. I can see my Spurs family. And the other one is...
Melvin, hold on. Let me just interrupt you. Tell everyone what you remember about the second half of the Huddersfield game when we won 5-0.
Nothing. Nothing. Chris
Because
got
it's at the bar.
I bought it. I bought my own ticket, and Chris has told me, "Oh, I have a ticket for you if you want." He said, "It's hospitality," and he said, "There's an open bar." Me, I think Gareth would agree. If you say open bar, I'm sold. And we kept waiting at halftime, and these are free, and you know, and it's your first time in the stadium. I cried my first time walking into that stadium. I absolutely cried. And Chris, I drank so much that day because of you. I got drunk on the tube, and I don't know how I got home. I can't believe you mentioned that. But yeah, but I just have happy memories now. And I absolutely love all of this, you know. And my other favorite moment would be James Black coming to Malta Spurs. And if you zoom in, that's me at the top.
Are you on his shoulders?
Yeah, me and my twin.
Oh.
It's a shame actually because of course you know, we've got so many regulars. James, of course, is performing tonight. Gary's performing tonight. There's lots of people that couldn't make it. We're going to have lots of people coming in and out, but you know, it hasn't worked. Gareth, your favourite memories of this year?
Oh, so many, Chris. I'll narrow it down to 3, and I'll be quick as well because I know we're going on a bit, and I can go on a bit. But I think number 3 for me is when I put Mr. Box Office back on these box on that podcast we did. It was after we lost the Ipswich. He says we were going to get done by Man City, and it was also done Man City. Alex, good lad and all, but no, I put him back on these box that night, and he hasn't come out since, to be fair. Number 2. It has to be the Quora Bag podcast with Ricky. It was absolutely hilarious. It was me, Chris, Ricky, and there was another fellow on it as well, and I can't remember his name. I think he was from some part of... Was he American or was he Canadian? I'm not sure. But
we don't remember.
No, well, that's it. And there was one part of the podcast that sticks out. It was when you were walking at the White Hart Lane station, the Tottenham Hotspur train station, and for whatever reason, the camera angle went towards a wall. And I think the fella says, I hope he's not having a piss. And it was so funny because I was like, this could completely finish the podcast. But obviously, it was just the way the camera was holding. And every time he kept freezing, your mouth was wide open like this here for like a couple of minutes. And it was just absolutely brilliant. Never laughed as much at a podcast. And number 1 has to be my boy Josh at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. It was a really, really good trip. Even though they lost to Chelsea 4-3, there was just something about that day. It was just a brilliant day from start to finish, other than the result. But some of the people I met, and the last few games I went to, Chris, to be fair, it's just down to yourself too. I go into the Bricklayers now and people say, oh, there's the Irish guy that nobody can understand, but we love you. Chris's channel. He's like, I don't know what you say, but it's how you say it, and I'm sold. So thanks for the opportunity, Chris, to come on. Great work. Keep it up, and I'm sure I'll be back on more in 2025. This is my 4th season now on the podcast, so I'm definitely, Craig, I'm not there yet, but I'm starting to catch up on the appearances now. Maybe I've made a bit of ground in 2024.
Definitely.
Actually, that's a good point because Craig actually told us all at one point how many appearances people had made. Craig, you're the number 1 appearance holder on here.
Yeah, I think Ricky had a bit of a hiatus when he was obviously filming, but yeah, I'm probably a little bit ahead of him. He's got to be about 150 now. It's got to be.
What?
We even got legacy numbers.
Yeah, we need legacy numbers.
I would say I'm over 50 now. I would say definitely. I would say.
You got to be. Yes.
Wow. I wonder how many times Craig has actually said the word frustrating.
Oh, fucking hell. I'm sorry.
Job is unacceptable. Everything's unacceptable.
A lot. Kate, before we come to you, we've got a message from Michael Bridge, of course, Spurs fan, covers Spurs on Sky Sports.
Hi Spurs fans, it's Michael Bridge from Sky Sports News. I'd like to wish the listeners and viewers of the Spurs Chat podcast a very happy Christmas and successful and healthy, most importantly, healthy new year. But in terms of success, of course, I mean our football club, Tottenham Hotspur. Oh, are we all desperate for some silverware and some real success? Well, look, it's been a pleasure speaking to you at home matches and away matches and on social media. And please keep doing that. It really does mean a lot. And I really enjoy meeting so many of you. And Chris, have a day off.
I actually met him on the Bricklayers a couple of times, and he's absolutely spot on. He's such a nice fella, really, really good fella.
I was going to say I've been fortunate enough to work with him, and he is just, yeah, it's so funny because obviously when people like that are working in their roles, they have to be very, very careful about things that they say. And then I always used to when we were in the Sky Sports News studio in the newsroom, I used to always say, yeah, but what do you really think? And he'd give me a face that says a million things without having to say anything at all. And you know exactly what he's thinking. All I would say about Bridgie, other than absolute legend, is he is just as much Spurs as every single one of the listeners, every single one of us here. It hurts him just as much as it hurts all of us when things don't go well. He's a top man.
Kate, sorry, before I do come to you, Richard's just dropped out, and I've just seen that Andy Linden has just come in. So let's get Andy in for a second. Of course, actor Andy Linden. Andy, great to have you here. How are you?
Not so bad. Sorry about the. Yeah, I was a little bit late. I got caught up in. Well, I would like to say I just escaped a mine shaft explosion. But, no, so as I say, sorry, I'm late. I forgot. Totally forgot.
What an untrue! What an untrue!
Look, I had a very pressing engagement with Ascot tomorrow, so I was studying form. I totally forgot. I'm so sorry.
I love that. I forgot.
yeah, I did. Yeah. So if you do want a tip, I'm willing to give you one. Although at the moment I can't tip a waiter, but that's neither here nor there.
Andy, your favourite memories of 2024 supporting Spurs?
Yeah, loss of memory. Yes. Oh, well, I enjoyed as everyone else did the City game. I had to slap myself silly, really. The 4-0 up, and what else? Oh, and the crushing defeat from Ipswich as well. That sobered me up. Yeah, no, there's been some good games, but yeah, I thought the City game this season was. Well, it shouldn't really surprise us because we are spectacularly, consistently inconsistent.
Yeah. Andy, is 2025 going to be our year to lift the trophy, do you think?
Well, fingers, eyes, toes, and legs crossed. It could be. And I do say could be because, we got away with it yesterday because, the goalkeeper was Agboat. Well, he certainly, I assume he was, well, if he wasn't, he certainly wasn't on speed. So I'm not sure. I'm hoping we can, yeah. We've got, it's not beyond the realms of impossibility, but let's hope we can win something.
Andy, lastly, what are you up to at the moment? Where can people find you?
Well, I've just finished my show, really, which is Baxter versus the Bookies. It's a one-man show about an aging horse racing tipster who runs a somewhat outmoded telephone tipping line. That went well. And we will be doing that in Edinburgh all later on this year. We're going up there to do that. It went well. Everyone seemed to like it. So that was good. So, yes, I'm quietly looking forward to that. And, that's it, really. Look, let's just hope we have a good year. I'm never the most confident of Tottenham fans, but that's what happens when you've been watching a team for over 60 years. It does that to you.
Andy, what score prediction would you give us for the Liverpool game on Sunday?
Well, I'll be positive, 2-1 to Liverpool. Well, I was going to say 3-1. I mean, we are going to be shattered, aren't we, after the pantomime that was yesterday. We were cruising and we were just seeing the game out, and we just implode as we always do. You know. Yep. I mean, I admit the keeper isn't Pat Jennings, but I mean, it was all just so needless, and we just collapsed. And much as I love Tottenham, I do think we lack real leadership in the squad. Where's the Mackays? Where's the Perrimans? Where's the Roberts? Where's the Alan Mullerys? Where's the all these players that I mentioned have won trophies? We need leadership. Yeah, we need leadership, I think. Look, Song's a good captain, but he's no leader. He's all right, he'll give you a little cuddle, but you need more than that in the trenches.
Andy, are you still behind Ange Postecoglou?
Yes, I am. Look, I'm a great advocate of his football, but I do think that the style needs to be tempered with some pragmatism as well. I know that that upsets some people on social media, but yeah, look, it's great that we're on the front foot, but I do think the centre halves are overworked. We play a very high line. We haven't got. I want to see a number 6. I want to see a Mackay in there. I want someone in front of the centre halves. The wing backs are too inverted, and we're exposed down the channels time and time again, particularly down Poirot's side, by the way. And well, look, it's just my opinion. No one's got to agree with it, but I mean, maybe one day Archie Gray could become that player. You know.
Yeah.
Or he could even go in goal Sunday. I bet he can distribute it better than the keeper can.
Oh, mate.
Well, Andy, thank you so much for joining us.
Not at all.
We'll look forward to getting you back on the podcast very soon, and we'll talk at length.
Absolutely. And may I say to all of you and Spurs fans out there, may I be the first one to wish you all an happy Easter. And have a great new year. Good Yuletide. Fingers crossed we do something this season.
Thank you, Andy. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Bye now.
See you later, mate.
What a legend.
Right, Kate, let's come to you. Let's get your favourite memories of 2024.
I've actually got 2, and one of them is a little bit bizarre, but it's the Ipswich game, purely because we all met up early. Brian Daigle had come over from Toronto. Our friend Leo, Mile High Hotspur, had come over from Denver. So we all met up, went to the Coach and Horses. I met Chris for the first time. I spotted him in the corner and I was like, oh my God, it's Chris Cowlin. I've got to go over and introduce myself.
That's not what
I'm
people normally say.
I'm absolutely shameless like that. So I flew over, introduced myself, and he said, just email me and come on the podcast. And I thought, yeah, all right. And then he got me on a week later. But after the game, despite losing, we met up with Mickey, and Mickey Hazard took us up to meet Ledley King and Ozzy, because Leo, the guy that came over from Denver, does a lot for charity, and we raised quite a lot of money for Mickey's charity, Legend on the Bench. And Leo won a signed Ledley King picture, and Ledley actually met up with us and presented him with the picture, and Ozzy was there. And it was one of them days where you have to pinch yourself, because everything, apart from the result, everything was just brilliant. And then my other highlight is, I probably did. Paddy said I scared you that day, Chris. I probably did, because I was just in your face and I was like, hi, I'm Kate. And you went, yeah, I know you are. You have Mickey Hazard on the show. So you kind of knew I was. But my other thing is, if you'd have said to me last year, you're going to be sitting on a podcast with Chris Cowlin, Ricky Norwood, my favourite author of all time, Kimberly Chambers, I would have said, yeah, right. We talk on Facebook, Kim. I just don't think you've clicked that I'm the Kate that you talk to. No, we talk all the time on Facebook about Spurs.
I live in. What's your surname, babe?
Vauxhall.
Oh God, I do know who you
Yeah,
are. Of course
so
I do.
I'm sitting on with Fat Boy from EastEnders.
Your husband's a Spurs man as well,
That's
isn't he?
it. We met at White
I
Hart
do. Of
Lane.
course
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
Oh, I
See,
never clicked. I never got it, babe. Sorry.
there you go. So you know, if you'd have said that to me a year ago, I'd have told you it was off your bloody head. But this is what YouTube's done. It's opened me up. I've got so many amazing friends through YouTube. This community sometimes can be the worst place in the world. It can be so toxic, but channels like this for me keep it balanced, and that's what it's all about. We try and do that on my channel. Some people call us happy clappers because my husband's, you know, thinks that Tottenham can beat everyone, as you know, Chris. He thinks we're going to beat every single team 4-0. But you know what? I try and keep it kind of level. But that's, you know what, fans, I think these days, sorry to go on a rant, but I think fans these days forget that being a fan is thinking you're going to win and dreaming. It's not about being a football analyst and coming on here and tearing the team apart and trying to analyse everything we did wrong. It's saying, well, yeah, why can't we go and beat Liverpool? And then why can't we go and beat Arsenal in the final? Because that's how I was brought up. You believe. So mine's always going to be a fan channel. We don't do stats and all that crap on there. We pull apart when we do wrong, but we still believe we're going to beat most people. And that's, to me, that's how it should be. So, but Chris, look, thank you for having me on twice. Third time lucky. It's massively appreciated.
Thank you, Kate. Always welcome and great to have you on board.
Thank you.
We've got a last Christmas message from the Spurs under-21 manager, Wayne Burnett.
Wishing you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Come on, you Spurs.
Nah.
Kim, let's come to you. Your favourite memories of 2024?
Right, so I'm going to go back, if it's all right, to his original question, which is a funny story out of all the time and all the people you've met. Don't worry, I'll keep it clean, Chris. I know you know me. But I just want to firstly apologise to Kate because I didn't put two and two together.
No, it's fine.
I keep putting my reading glasses on and off. I can't see any names. You're all like blurs here, but I'm trying to look a bit cool as you do. Do you know what I mean? I must get contact lenses or something next year. But I'll go back to a story of like Glyn Hopkin, who's a good pal of mine. He's got like he had the biggest box over Spurs because he put 2 into 1 in this new stadium, and he's like a car dealer and whatever. But he's a great fella, Glyn, massive Spurs fan. Anyway, it was in the time when Harry Redknapp was our manager. So I've got invited to it's a Hall of Fame dinner, I think. Like, so he said to me, we thought a player was going to be on our table from the current squad at first. And it was for Stefan Freund, if I remember rightly. I'm sure it was Stefan Freund. Has he been inducted into the Hall of Fame? Chris, you would know this.
I don't think so.
I'm sure it was Stefan Freund. Well, who was it? I'm sure it was. No. Oh, was it Ramon? I don't know. It was. I'm sure he did. Let's check that one out. But if it weren't
he
him,
is. He is in the Hall of Fame. He
yeah,
is.
I think it was. Yeah. I won't tell you how I know that and what I said that night to know that because it'll turn it not good. But anyway, cut a long story short. So Glyn messaged me in the day. He says, Kim, he said, oh, I've just found out who's on our table tonight because it was a meal and all that, like small table, like, you know, like proper evening. And he said, we've got Harry. So we've got Harry Redknapp there. So anyway, and I was right in the early part of my career where I was really excited about being an author. It was a new thing to me. I wanted everyone to know who I was. So there I've trotted with my latest book. It was only my second book. That's how long it's going back. Which really, the title's not great. It was Born Evil. Do you know what I mean? So there we are. I've got Harry standing up. Can I have a photo, Harry? Anyway, I'm rabbiting away. We had like the starters. We had the main. And of course, no one else can get. I'm an ex-market trader and I Roman Road and all that. So like anyway, so at one point, I need to go for a wee, don't I? So he looked at Glyn in amazement, like Harry. He went, "Is that your girlfriend?" And he went, no. He went, he went, can't she fucking talk? He went, she don't stop rabbiting. Well, I just think that is such a compliment coming from Harry Redknapp. This is the geezer that used to look out the window at transfer. Went, honestly, he went, can't she talk? You know what I mean? I loved it.
Do you know, Kim? Do you know? Can you imagine doing a podcast? Me, Ricky Norwood, you, and Andy Linden. I tell you, I wouldn't need to do anything. I could just sit back and let you guys talk. Actually,
oh, honestly, mate,
put
no.
Josh
But
Hughes
he
in
was.
it, and it'd be
I
another
don't
3
think
hours.
he'd ever met anyone like me. I think I was like the female version. Like, do you know what I mean? And he didn't quite know how to. I could have been his daughter. I said to him at one point, I said, "You could have been my dad, you Harry." And he double took. He looked at me in amazement. The poor sod. Do you know what I mean? I'm the woman that shut Harry Redknapp up.
Wow. Should we just finish with some predictions for the Liverpool game? And I'm gonna do this one because I know Richard absolutely loves this question of where you think Spurs will finish at the end of the season in the Premier League. Craig, let's start with you.
I'm going to be positive. I think we're just going to squeak Liverpool 2-1, and I think we'll finish. I'm going to stick with top 4. I did say third in the season, but I'm going to say fourth now. I'm going to adjust my expectations. So, but I still think we're definitely finish in that top 5 to get the Champions League. It looks like it's going down to the 5th place. So I'm going to say fourth.
Ricky.
Oh, I was on mute. I'm going to go for, I'm going to go the same. I'm going to go 2-1. I'm going to back Craig. And I'm going to go for a 5th place finish with some silverware. So come on, you Spurs.
Josh?
I'm going to go 4-4 Spurs Liverpool.
What?
Yeah, 4-4. It could be any score. It could be 0-0. It could be 10-0. You never know with Spurs. And then I think I said 4th at the start of the season. I think 5th now. I think we'll finish 5th.
Rich, your favourite question?
Yeah, so it's always my favourite. Yeah, but I'm going to stick with obviously what I said at the start of the season. I actually did say 5th as well at the start of the season. I stand by that. I think we're just not going to get top 4 this season with the teams above us or around us. It's going to be really tight as well for that top 5. Obviously, you look at the table. There's probably 10 teams that are very close to top 4, and you can count people like Forest in that they'll probably drop away towards the end. But yeah, I think 5th, and I think we're going to be stronger towards the back end of the season. Lots of players coming back in, gaining momentum, hopefully with a positive cup draw, like obviously Josh and Ricky said. So hopefully that trophy comes in that League Cup. I think it'll be a draw with Liverpool. I think with that back 4 that we've got at the moment, we're going to concede goals, aren't we? And Fraser in goal. Come on, that's it. No more pissing about at the back, boys. That's it. I'd say 2-2 or 3-3, I think.
Apart from last night, I think Forster's done pretty well. I think he's done, extremely well. People expected it to go wrong immediately, and I think he's done very well for us.
I think with his hands is good. He's a good shot stopper. He's great at crosses. He's obviously better than Vicario at that. But I think with his feet, he's obviously shown his vulnerability there. Teams are going to kind of, as soon as he's got the ball at his feet now, players are going to fly in. So he needs the defenders need to support that as well. I think last night there was he was put in scenarios and situations where not every keeper would be. Leo, are you eating again?
No, I'm doing my Christmas tree
custard
thing.
creams, man. I'm all I'm hearing is custard creams on my ear.
You'll never be running a marathon, Leo.
That's it. You can't be fueling a marathon on custard creams. But yeah, I do go 2-2 or 3-3 against Liverpool. I think a draw would be nice, setting us up into that 2-leg game against Liverpool in the future.
Leo, what are you going for?
It's going to be tough, but the thing about Spurs is that we're very unpredictable, especially with the top team. So I'm actually going to be positive. I'm actually going to go for Spurs win 3-2. I reckon we'll probably be 3-1 up, and then obviously it'll be a tense situation towards the end. But I think it'll be a high scoring game. Liverpool are attacking team, so it's going to be good for us because they're going to sit back. So it's good. I reckon it's going to be an open game. We're definitely going to concede, that's for sure. We're definitely going to give them a chance. And I reckon we've got a good chance. You know, I think what's his name is going to want to prove himself, our striker, because obviously he's ex-Liverpool. So he's probably going to want to prove something, and he's obviously coming off the back of 2 goals. So I'm saying 3-2 for Spurs, which is, you know, which is quite surprising. And as far as the league is concerned, yeah, I think we're going to do much better, especially come New Year's. Hopefully we'll get some new signings. The players are going to come back. Hopefully Romero and Van der Ven are going to come back, which will obviously make us much stronger. Like we're playing now with 10 players out, and we're not really doing too bad, you know, with the 10 players that are out. So it will be kind of like a new signings that are coming back in, which will make us stronger. And hopefully all the other teams are going to be competing for the title, which, you know, will hopefully make us win something. So I think, yeah, so I'm saying, I'll be happy with top 5, 5th place.
When this stream is actually finished, hop over to another video on this channel, because it's the embargoed press conference. Ange Postecoglou's pretty much come out and said that he wants to buy it in quality to play around the 18-year-olds. So, you know, it sounds good. Melvin?
Don't mention Jose Mourinho. He's got no relevance to this question.
I was just eating with my dad, and he said, "Don't ever say a Spurs defeat on the podcast." My dad watches this, and he says to me while we were eating dinner, he's like, "Don't ever do that." So I'm gonna say a draw.
I think the only 2 people who have never done that are me and Ricky Norwood.
I don't think I've predicted a defeat either. I'm not sure. I don't remember, but
I think you were delusional. That's why.
But I've been on.
Say it like it is.
Yeah, me and Ricky are the true happy clappers.
Yeah. So I'm gonna take his advice and say a draw with 2-2.
Okay, so when you say a draw, it really means a defeat, yeah? We got you. Gareth?
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to say a defeat, lads, and Gareth, because I think it could be one game too far for us this week. I think we'll make too many mistakes, and Liverpool will be more ruthless than Man United will. I think we'll compete and we'll play well, but I think we'll just ultimately lose out. So I'm going to say 3-2 to Liverpool. And I think we'll go on to finish 5th. I do expect us to get better in the second half of the year. Maybe a couple of players in January, players back. And you know what? I think we're going to have a great run in Europe, to be honest. I think once we get our players back now, we're going to have a great, strong run in Europe. And I think we'll go pretty close in that. So it'll be interesting to see second half of the season. But look, you can never rule Spurs out. I predicted us to lose to Man City. And we won that game. So you just don't know what you're going to get. But there is every chance we could turn up and blow Liverpool away on our day. So I think you can see by the score predictions, everyone's saying 3-3, 3-2. I think we're going to have to score 3 goals to 1, Chris. And I'm not sure Liverpool are going to be as gifting as Man United were last night. I think if we were to win this game, the boys deserve so much credit, because Liverpool have not been giving anybody gifts this season at all. So it would be a huge result. And to be honest, if we were to go and win this game, it would give you a completely different outlook to the cup semi-final, because automatically you'd think, well, we might have a few players back. And that game, I remember Simone said earlier on about the cup game, he didn't like the fact we were away second. I think the fact we're away second suits us, because if we go to Anfield in the first game and get blew away 3 or 4, then the second leg's irrelevant. And I think by the time the second leg comes around, it's in February. So we probably will have everyone back, if bar no more injuries. So I think the cup draws worked in our favour that way. So hopefully Biggs 2025, Chris, and it'll be the year Spurs become a serious team.
Yeah, hopefully. Kate?
Can I just say, my husband's saying that he's never said a loss. If I say a loss on the channel, he boots me literally out of the channel every single time. Look, I think Liverpool's going to be tough, but I think we can get a draw, so I'm going for 2-2. And I said 7th at the start of the season. I'm saying 7th, but I think with at least 1 trophy, at least, maybe even 2.
What did Jimbo say, unbeaten season?
Jimbo is saying the quad is still on, if you please. And he said 4-0. I think he said 4-1, actually, Spurs to beat Liverpool. He will never, ever say anything against his team. 60-odd years he's been supporting them, and he won't say nothing against them.
We've got to get Jim on very soon, and we'll
with Ricky, you can have the battle of the delusionals.
Absolutely.
We'll have it. I like him already. Big up, Jimbo.
Yeah, we have to get Josh on to balance things out, I think. Yeah. And finally, Kim.
I think it's going to be tough Sunday. Listen, I'm not going to say we're going to lose, even though I think we probably will. But I'll give it a draw. But having said that, I really fancy us over 2 legs. I'm glad as I said to you earlier, and I'll text you, Chris, as well. I'm glad we drew Liverpool. I just fancy. I don't know why, and it's not the fact. I don't even think Vicario will be back by then. But I fancy Forster to have a good game on Sunday and kind of listen. We just can't keep playing it back to him. Hopefully, there's a lot of chat about that and what to do with the ball. Like go back to the old days, when in doubt, oof it out. Do you know what I mean? But I do feel that, as well, where we're going to finish, I'd say 6. But I just hope we really piss everybody off at the end of the season, win the Europa League, and then get the Champions League spot everywhere. That would be brilliant.
Yeah. I feel like a trophy is really, really important, and I'm with you, Kim. I actually think that Spurs will finish 6th. I know a lot of the guys have said that they think 5th and higher, but I think being realistic about it, 6th. A couple of players in the January window taking the cup competitions that little bit more seriously than previous managers have done so. There's no reason really why we couldn't go all the way in one of these cups. Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Europa League. It would be great to lift a trophy. To see Heung-min Son lift a trophy down that high road, that bus parade. I cannot wait for that day to happen. And I cannot wait to cover that on the channel. It would be magnificent. And perhaps, Leo, that's when I'll say, that's it, I'm done. Because I've then covered everything. Yeah. Thank you so much to all of you for coming on the channel once again. And throughout the whole of 2024, the amount of hours that all of you have given up, talking about Spurs. And as I said earlier, sometimes it is not easy talking about some of these draws that should have been wins and some of these defeats that have been very, very frustrating, in the words of Craig Dearman. Now, this channel has had nearly 100 million views, which is unbelievable. In the last 24 hours, we have had 1 million views since that win against Manchester United. That has never, ever happened in a 24-hour period. 1 million views. So that is simply incredible. And we are just about...
They knew me and John Travolta were coming on.
That's it.
You're the one that I want. Come on, I love you. Honey.
But this channel is just about to hit 136,000 subscribers as well, which is honestly, these numbers blow my mind every single time. And as Craig likes to always say when he hosts the Spurs Chat podcast, that we've been the #1 football podcast in 11 countries this year, which honestly is just unreal, mental. And it's all down to you guys. I can never do this on my own, so it's all down to you. Talking about Spurs with me, whether we're smiling, whether we're sitting there upset. So thank you so much to all of you, and a big shout out to all of the viewers, all of the listeners as well. Your support is really, really appreciated. And we will see you next time on the Spurs Chat podcast on Sunday, when hopefully Spurs have got the 3 points against Liverpool. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and we will see you on the next one. Come on, you Spurs.
Cheers, guys.